Hey, podcast pals. It's Dana from the Half-Ass Morning Show. As always, we appreciate you checking on the podcast, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The July heat means it's officially swass and crotch soup season. Gross! It also means our AC units are being put to the test. I recently went through an issue myself, and I was so happy to have my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning in my corner. They gave me real options, didn't make me feel like a dummy for not knowing a single thing about HVAC systems, and let me choose what worked best for my home and my budget. No pressure, just comfort my way. Enjoy the show, thanks for listening, and stay cool this summer with Standard.
The 93X Half-Ass Morning Show. 93 KARE.
Oh, it's an incredible feeling. It's a magical. It's a wonderful. Welcome to the 93X Half-Ass Morning Show. Just getting started over here, for Pete's sake, with our Tuesday program. Cubby, we're going to have to go ahead and spread out, make room for some company this morning.
A couple of our favorites coming in today.
Television star Janel Klein, world-class entertainer Willi Myles. Everybody wants to be on this program. Television, that's not what it is, not the television. The telephone rings constantly around here.
If only we had someone around here to answer it anymore.
We don't have anybody to answer the telephone.
Nobody works here anymore.
No. There's no one here that answers the... So, Janelle and Willi coming by later. What that tells me is it's going to smell delicious in here. Starting around 7:30. I'm sure I'm not the only one who notices.
No, they are our best-smelling guests by far.
Yeah, I notice. I have the pregnancy nose, so it's a little strong sometimes.
Pregnancy nose?
Yep.
You smell things better than the average derelict?
Oh, yeah. I can smell them when they pull into the parking lot.
Now, that's something right there. Because we're a long way from the parking lot in this room here.
Are any of your other senses heightened as you are 8 months along with child?
No, they've gotten worse. Everything else has gotten worse, basically.
You can't see, you can't hear, you can't taste, but you can smell everything.
Oh, I guess taste is a little bit stronger.
You might want to go sit a little closer to Josh if your smell is...
No, the eyesight, actually, I was just reading... I have a little book that goes week by week what's supposed to be new this week in pregnancy, and it always just gets worse.
This week?
Oh, really? It's not better?
It is so funny how they're like, here are the physical symptoms, and you just go through, there's like 25 of them. You're like, yep, got that. But your vision is one that starts to get messed with.
Oh, yeah?
In what way now?
You can't see?
Yeah, it gets worse.
Like your distance,
it gets like blurry.
Have you heard of this before, Josh? Because you've impregnated women before.
Yeah, with the help of science.
You've heard of eyesight failing a pregnant lady?
No, not at all.
Should you be driving?
Yeah, no, I'm good. We actually had a listener text in. It was maybe a month or two ago, and he said that his wife, in like the final month, that she was basically blind. Like she couldn't see anything, and then after she popped the baby out, a day or two later, she was totally fine.
I've never heard of that before.
Did it say anything in your book about a coworker getting pregnancy brain while you're pregnant? Because I think I'm starting to develop it.
Are you having sympathy symptoms?
I think so.
That can happen.
In the last 2 weeks, I haven't been able to come up with simple words, even if I'm looking at something.
Oh,
if I'm looking at a glass, I can't come up with the word glass. It's actually a bit concerning the last 2 weeks.
Are you sure that's not my influence on you?
It could be. I don't know. Lack of sleep or something, but I mean, to the point where I know I'm frustrating my family. Like, what are you trying to say, dude? Just get it out. I've been having some trouble.
I wonder if there's something to that because of how much time we all spend together. I am convinced that my baby is going to come out thinking that you guys are all the father because he listens to you guys speak for, 5 hours a day.
Well... It's going to be an interesting talk I have with that kid.
Yeah. We'll do the right test to make sure.
I'm going to have to shut him down right away and say that he is not my problem.
If he comes out and he's never able to throw a spiral, yeah, I'd be a little nervous. I might have something to do with that. No matter how much he tries.
I've never heard of pregnant women going blind before.
Yeah, I get surprised every day with something. I'm like, oh, this is weird. I look it up quick. Completely normal. All right, yeah.
Trash Trucker Jesus thinks I'm getting some side effects from the cat medicine I took. Yeah, you might be onto something there, too.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. I took some cat medicine for an ear infection. And, it is right next to your brain, and I really got it in there. So maybe it did affect my brain.
I mean, cats aren't good communicators, Josh. They also struggle to come up with words sometimes.
That's true.
A friend of mine used to mix his dog's medication with a cocktail now and again to see where it would take him.
Did it do anything?
Yeah.
One for you, one for me.
Yeah. It did things to him.
I'd be lying if I said I haven't looked that up before.
Do you remember, by any chance, what the medication was or what it was for, the condition?
No, I don't. He just mentioned once that he mixes dog meds with his cocktails, and his couch at home becomes an amusement park ride. And I was very frightened to hear this. I thought, and it was a long time ago he brought this up to me, and I think I did express some concern.
Is this someone who might have had a problem, or he just kind of was one of those guys that wanted to try stuff out?
Wanted to try something. Just wanted to try it out. Not afraid of drugs, this guy. Yeah, all right. At any rate.
That shouldn't sound like so much fun, but it does.
It scared the hell out of me when he told me that. I just thought, come on. And again, it was a long time ago. I do have a memory of expressing some concern, but he's a grown man. He's on his friggin' own. What am I going to do?
All right, another sign, Ashley, that maybe I'd have too much influence on your... Are you reading it right now? I saw your face. Go ahead. You can read the text.
We'll have to see how the kid holds his sippy cup. Good job, Park and Rec Jesus. Good job.
One of my kids gave me crap about that yesterday. I'm taking a lot of hell for that.
What would be a sign that I have influenced a child, or Dana has influenced this unborn child?
Maybe if his first word is Mario.
That would be...
For me?
That would be a sign that you have been around this child too much. For
Maybe.
me, I don't. He comes out having disgusting feet. Maybe that would be a sign that I'm influencing. I don't know.
Maybe
Or like a crippling tobacco addiction right away.
Jesus.
he watches SpongeBob and he cheers for Squidward and any other enemy of SpongeBob.
Yes, that'd be sweet, though.
All right, so we got company today. See Willi Myles, Janel Klein. Yeah, they both shower separately and put on a fragrance before they come into the radio station. It's a nice little treat for us, because usually this place just smells like wet feet.
They put in an effort.
They do.
Even after all these years.
In all different facets, they put in an effort.
Oh, yeah. It's weird because they definitely shower before coming in here.
Yeah, they do.
And I don't remember the last time I've done that.
No, it's a real rarity.
Were you one of the people that we told to stop?
Yes.
Okay, in the beginning, it happens, when there's new folks, they really try. They take a shower like maybe they normally would for any other job, and we just said, don't worry about that anymore.
That was the best day ever.
Take that extra time to sleep in. You're going to need it. You're going to regret getting up every morning and getting yourself ready like you would normally. Just come in as you are.
I remember you guys were like, we don't mean we don't mean any offense to this.
Yeah.
But you don't need to wear makeup if you don't want to. You don't have to, dress presentable, whatever. And
It's 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning when we get here. No one needs to be washed. I mean, and there's no one around to see and smell.
We all did the same thing.
I had a doctor appointment last week after the show, and I was mentioning that, I wish I had a T-shirt on because I was in a hoodie. I was like, yeah, it's just so cold at work, so I have to dress for the winter.
Yeah.
And she said, you gonna wear this to work? I was like, oh, yeah, baby. Heck yeah.
Yeah. You can just wear rags. Nobody cares around here. Nobody's washed.
There was a very short time they tried to get everybody to dress business casual. I think that lasted 2-3 days, and that was it.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know who got that in their head, that let's do that.
Tucked in shirt.
Yeah, that was part of it.
I worked at a joint the same way, Josh. They said, we need you guys to look professional all times. You never know when a client's going to come walking in here. You never know when one of the big bosses is going to be coming through. And again, it lasted about 48 hours. I was back to just basketball shorts and a hoodie.
That's exactly what it was here. Oh, a client could walk in.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is who I am. Take it or leave it, client.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, everybody wants to be on the program. Today, we've only got room for Janel and Willi Myles. Hey, I forgot to tell you about an interaction I had on Sunday. And I think you guys will enjoy this. At least I hope you enjoy it. An interaction I had on Sunday at a bar with a very intoxicated younger feller walked up on me, and he asked me, very, very drunk. He said, so, you're on the Dave and Ryan morning show, right?
As if Dave Ryan were two people.
Should have went with it. Yes.
That's how he put it. He asked me, so you're on the Dave and Ryan morning show? And because he was so hammered, I wanted the conversation to end as quickly as possible, so I didn't bother correcting him. I simply said, no, I work for 93X. And the young dude said, oh, okay. But seconds later, the kid asked me another question, a question that made it obvious that my first answer didn't make it through the massive amount of liquor that his brain was floating in. He asked, so then which one are you, Dave or Ryan? And at that point, I had nothing to lose because the dude was, really, he was honestly nearly unconscious, and I knew he wouldn't remember anything from Sunday, so I just said, I'm actually both characters. I'm Dave and I'm Ryan.
You're like Mike Judge, who does the voice for Beavis and Butthead.
And his response to that was, cool.
That's awesome.
After he walked away, I was with my wife and a couple pals of mine, guys my age, and I expressed that I wish I could still get that drunk. But I can't.
Your body won't let you?
No, you're right. It won't. Yep, that's exactly right. And all of us older folks kind of all agreed, yeah, man, it would be kind of fun if we could still get that drunk.
Throw it back one day like the old days?
I've never been able to. There's a coworker that I used to spend a lot of time with here many, many, many years ago until he moved out of state, who could drink until he was laying his head on the bar and continue to drink. That's just how he was. He could keep drinking after I think he briefly died for a few moments.
Yeah.
And I always had a stopping point where I just couldn't do it anymore.
Oh, man, I used to be able to go all day. But the last few years, things have changed. It's a bitch getting a little bit older. My body will I'll just feel so awful that I can't continue on. But anyway, it was a fun interaction.
That Dave and Ryan shows made me think of a story my buddy told me yesterday. He said his wife for years thought Hall & Oates was one guy named Holland, last name Oates.
I've heard that before, too.
Hell yeah.
That cracked me up.
I think that's not that uncommon from folks who just aren't into that style of music.
Yeah, Holland Oates.
And most people just say it so fast that you can't really tell.
Exactly.
For a stretch of time, Josh, people would make the mistake of saying that this radio station was 93 Edge. Because for a while we were 93.7 The Edge. This is many years ago, and then we became 93X, and people they were kind of lost in the middle there somewhere, not sure. There's been 39X has been thrown our way once in a while. The dyslexic people got involved and were calling us 39X. This is funny. Someone texted in and said I should have told this drunk kid, no, I am Delilah. Anyone else familiar with Delilah?
Yes. Is she still at Love 105, our sister station?
Yes.
She's like listening to a big hug, isn't she? Delilah. I love the little thing she's got, that little drops.
Oh, I don't know if I've heard the drops, but my wife and I often have Love 105 on the radio, and Delilah comes on in the evening, if I'm not mistaken, and it's really interesting. It's a lot of relationship stuff. And one of my favorite calls kind of gave my wife and I, this Delilah gal takes phone calls from listeners, and they all have relationship issues. And the one that we remember and we reference a lot kind of gave us both the chills. A man called in to the show, and I think he was in his early 70s, and he wanted to talk to Delilah about the 5th grade girlfriend that he had that he still wasn't over the breakup.
Oh, no.
Ah!
Oh, no.
Run! Everybody run for your life. It's a 72-year-old man still hung up on his 5th grade girlfriend.
I hope that I have that type of effect on somebody.
You know what? Me
You
too.
probably have.
I want to be stalked just once.
So
I want to be loved like that.
actually, my wife brings this up quite often and wonders why we don't do some kind of advice segment on the show. And I mean, we periodically, of course, people text in and ask or tell stories, ask questions or tell stories, and it begins an impromptu kind of life advice type conversation. No, we don't do a direct segment. I don't know. She said, all 4 of you could give your different takes on certain questions. I said, well, sure. We do something similar quite often, I think, on this show, just naturally or organically. I don't know if we ever would feel the need to host a direct advice statement. I mean, I probably shouldn't give advice to anybody
Yeah, I don't know if
on
I've
anything.
got that.
That sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
No, actually, I think the
A
only one
lawsuit.
that should be giving advice is Josh. Like, he could be like
He
the
does-
final one.
As much as I love Josh, there's plenty in life that he does wrong. Plenty. At any rate, are you from the Dave and Ryan morning show? The kid said. Ooh, he was hammered. Oh, man. And just gross. He was gross.
What time of day
Oh, it
was
sounds
this?
painful.
3, 4 in the afternoon.
Sure.
I used to be pretty drunk by 3, 4 in the afternoon.
On a
Yeah.
Sunday even?
Oh, Sundays were my worst days.
Heck yeah, Sunday fun days or whatever.
Yeah, especially NFL Sundays. Go to the bar. And
Ashley, please don't say Sunday fun.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please.
If it helps, it wasn't like kids that called it that. It was like all my 50-year-old friends in Wisconsin.
No, that doesn't help.
No.
Yeah, Sundays were always the worst because you would be so worn down from Friday and Saturday, and so much liquor still in your system when you came to on Sunday morning that it would only take 2 drinks and you were just a mess by noon. You know what I'm talking about? The wear and tear of Friday and Saturday have weakened your immune system to the point where when you get up Sunday and have those first couple of Steve Weisers, oh man, are you right back on board. And at least in your brain, you're the life of the party.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, I'm not even hungover. No, you're actually just still drunk.
Yeah, honestly, you kind of had to drink, or else your Sunday was just going to be a disaster.
You gotta, how does a buddy, how did a friend of mine used to say it? I can't remember, but it was something along, like there's a catchphrase there about, you gotta get right. Something along those lines. Like, I need to go out and get a couple in me right now because I need to get right.
I had a buddy who called them patch me up beers.
Healers, whatever.
I love
Something
that.
like that. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, Sundays were usually my worst.
I'm thinking about the gentleman you just talked about, his Monday yesterday, and how he might have went into work and said, guys, I've got some inside information you're not going to believe.
Oh, yeah.
Dave and Ryan, it's the same guy.
Same guy.
And then if somebody tried to argue with him, he'd be passionate about it because he thinks he met the guy that did Dave and Ryan's voice.
But that's a great point, Josh, but something tells me the young person that I talked to on Sunday had no worries about work on Monday.
Or recalled the conversation whatsoever.
You're
by
saying
the
no
way.
recall?
Yeah.
I don't think he had anywhere to go on Monday. Even if he had been sober, I don't think he had a job to go to on Monday. But that was just from a brief interaction. All right. What else is going? Is Glen Perkins going to join us this morning?
He'll be on. Yeah,
What time is that again?
7:30.
7:30. No, it wasn't hair of the dog. People are texting in trying to guess this little catchphrase my friend had about going out and getting a drink right away in the morning to get right. I can't. It's not hair of the dog. It's not a healer. It's not a patch-up beer. There was something there. I can't come up with it. I appreciate you trying to help. But I can't come up with it. What else is going on around here?
I want to give a shout-out to a young lady I was told was wearing a 93X shirt in line at Chipotle yesterday in Eagan.
Okay.
Very cool. A friend of mine said he witnessed that and said, so there's at least one person that owns a 93X shirt. We appreciate that.
Your friend witnessed a woman in a 93X shirt
Yeah.
at Chipotle. I'll be damned. We appreciate that very much.
The support.
Got to get back to neutral is another listener's guess as to the little catchphrase about early morning beers to make you feel right again. No, it's not. It's
repair kit?
Not a repair kit.
That's hilarious.
Back in the saddle? No. A straightener outer? No.
These are great.
All of these are fitting, no question. They all make perfect sense. It's just not.
I think I'm going to start using repair kit
Yeah.
so far. That's great.
I had another buddy that called it kicking the hangover down the road, putting it off another day.
All right, so ever since we brought up the idea of a half-assed morning show advice segment, a couple of questions have come in looking for advice. Sorry, big breast bandit, Jesus. I don't believe that you had an encounter with a woman where your penis was just too big. So I'm not going to start with that one. This guy wanted us to talk, Josh, about how he had an encounter with a woman, but his penis was just too big.
Yeah, kind of a humble brag. Oh, God. You guys wouldn't believe how much it sucked.
Yeah.
I really wanted to have sex. I couldn't, though. My penis was too big.
No.
It's so hard being me.
That's not. If, in fact, we ever have an advice segment, we're not starting with that one, because I don't buy it. Get back on the horse that bucked you is the next guess at this little slogan, this little drinking slogan. No, that's not it either. I apologize for putting this in your brain. Why? What does this say? Oh, yeah. This is cute. Little drinking slogan that was just texted in. Why hang over when you can just hang on? My dad and my uncle once had a little moment of static at a funeral many years ago. Now, my dad and my uncle, this is my dad's brother, and I were hanging out at this funeral. And my uncle was a notorious drinker. I mean, that's just what he did every day, okay? That's what he did. So we're standing around, the three of us, and I walked into this funeral, and my dad took one look at me, and he goes, God dang, you look hungover. And I said, yeah, I hit it pretty hard last night. And my uncle, my dad's brother, says, oh, I don't think I've had a hangover in 40 years. And my dad said, you gotta friggin' sober up first in order to get a hangover. And my uncle said to my dad, F you, Born. I don't know why he called my dad by our family name, but he did. But it was the truth. Yeah, hell yeah, you haven't had a hangover. You haven't dried up in 40 years. Fixing a flat. That's not
one.
bad. When you're going out in the morning to start drinking again because you're feeling a little squirrely, you're going out to fix a flat. Chasing the dragon. No, forget it. I'm sorry.
I thought chasing the dragon was like drug related.
Well, it is, but I think, it could work. It could work. Detoxing by retoxing.
That sounds like a T-shirt.
One guy says, when he goes out drinking in the morning, he says, I'm going out to make my wife look better.
Oh, no.
That's not very nice, is it, Josh?
It sounded just like your uncle.
Oh, yeah, I didn't mean to do the shampooing. The shampoo effect. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Oh.
These are all outstanding. Outstanding. So there you go. All right. Glen Perkins, Janel Klein, and Willi Myles all checking in at 7:30. We'll certainly be talking about last night's home run derby. I made it through the entire show, start to finish.
Wow.
So did I. Yeah.
Did you really?
I did. Well, we had some, what I like to call company over, what I like to call our family. We all kind of watched it together.
A family event?
Kind of an impromptu thing.
On a Monday night.
I'm impressed. I started watching in the second round, and then that lasted obviously like 5 minutes because Buxton, after he was out, I thought, I'm done.
You didn't care. It's kind of a test of will, really, I think, because I think the home run derby is kind of notorious for the fact that not a lot of folks can make it all the way through. Mm-hmm. It's a long process. I mean, after you've seen a few baseballs travel over the fence, what are you really still there for, right?
Mm-hmm. It also doesn't help that it wasn't like the easiest thing to find. Like you couldn't just turn on Hulu and it's right there. You had to either have like ESPN or the cable provider.
Oh, I didn't know that it was a rarity to have ESPN these days.
Yeah, I thought, well, they could have, because they want more people to watch. I'm like, they should have just made it on every platform or at least like a really popular one.
Well, there are big business deals that go along with things like that. I thought it was easy to find. I thought ESPN. I thought everyone had.
It's not like it's on cable access. It's ESPN.
I don't have cable. Most people my age do not have cable.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know how these things work anymore. But I'm proud of us, Josh, both of us, and I think we should be commended for making it from effing start to finish.
Yeah, watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
At times it was quite boring.
Yeah.
How long was it? Like 5 hours? 4 or 5
hours.
All right.
7 to 10. Yeah, it can get boring, but I don't know what. I don't know why. I just... I thought about reaching for that remote, but I didn't.
Have they been doing that split screen thing for? I guess you guys probably haven't watched a home run derby in a while, but I found that kind of hard to watch at times.
I was trying to think the last time I watched it was 2016.
Yeah.
I watch at least parts of it every year, and I think the split screen thing started a year or two ago.
Okay.
I saw a lot of complaints about that and about the people hosting it.
It takes some getting used to. The people hosting it, I don't know who they were, but...
people were not fans of Pat McAfee being there.
Oh, Pat? I didn't notice he was even there.
Oh, yeah. I saw some criticism of that as well.
He was in the booth, saying, that one's a home run. That was Pat McAfee?
I'm not exactly sure because I only watched like 20 minutes of it, but I've just seen people bitching on Twitter or
some
X
of his
about
intros and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, intro. Oh, I missed that. Okay. I don't know. It was Carl Ravitch and a couple former players. I don't pay attention to that stuff. I don't even know who they... but it was a decent enough deal. It was
fun watching Buxton out there and seeing his kids and everything.
Yeah. All right, here's the deal. We got plenty to do, but we need to take a break. When we come back, we'll get into the stupid news. Thanks for joining us here on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
93X
Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, podcast pals. It's Dana from the Half-Assed Morning Show. As always, we appreciate you checking on the podcast, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The July heat means it's officially swass and crotch soup season. Gross! It also means our AC units are being put to the test. I recently went through an issue myself, and I was so happy to have my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning in my corner. They gave me real options, didn't make me feel like a dummy for not knowing a single thing about HVAC systems, and let me choose what worked best for my home and my budget. No pressure, just comfort my way. Enjoy the show, thanks for listening, and stay cool this summer with Standard.
The United States Soccer Federation presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
The United States have the lead.
The United States in full command.
To the back post, settled, scores! Centering, doubling his tally.
Never miss a game.
Hooks it across, into the middle, and there's the opening goal. 2 for the United States.
Never miss a moment.
Barreling in, cutting in, going for goal, deflected and in. Yeah!
The U.S. Soccer Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Yeah. We were talking earlier. And you know how we are when we get to talking. We were talking about, you know how when you get hammered. Oh, man. Just drunk. And then you get up the next morning and get right back after it, which is, by the way, just a glorious feeling. And I used to be great at it. I love that feeling when you feel that buzz in the morning take away all of your pain from the prior night's activities. There's something magical about that.
That warm, fuzzy feeling in your stomach.
It makes you want to just drink until you drop dead. It does. But a friend of mine had this slogan for that morning after, drinking session. And it's not hair of the dog. I can't come up with it. I haven't been able to come up with it yet, but our listeners are texting in with guesses for that slogan. We've been dealing with this for a while. It's my fault. 651-989-9393. If you've got a cute little slogan for that morning after feeling or that morning after approach when you start drinking right away. Here's one listener who texted in and said, hey, I'm not going to let today's hangover get in the way of tomorrow's hangover.
I like that one.
Is it the morning after pill?
I think that's different.
Is that what your friend calls it? Someone asked me. The morning after pill. No. No, but I like it. Is it taking the skin boat to Tuna Town? No. That's a sexual reference. What about starter fluid? Hey, boys, how about we go out for a little starter fluid? That's cute, but no, that ain't it. Getting back to sea level. One drinker calls it getting back to sea level. All of them, great. Love it. Thank you for you're trying to help, and we appreciate it a lot. All right, you dirty bastards. Winning the lottery. Winning the F me running lottery. Wouldn't that be something? I'd be gone like my name was effing Ron.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good for me.
You'd blow it all?
Oh, yeah.
You'd be on one of those lottery disaster shows on like A&E or something?
Absolutely.
Oh, he's drinking right out of bed after a hard night. Is it a push pop? No, that's not what winning the lottery.
Some questions about what that is, though.
Yeah, plenty of folks, including myself, I want to know.
Well, that's why we have the links.
What's a push pop? That's why the links are available. If I won the lottery, and Ashley, you said it wouldn't be good for you. It's not good for most people.
Like, what kind of things, Ashley, specifically do you worry about?
Drinking and drugging yourself to death.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, you just drink yourself and drug yourself sideways.
I think you'd be all right.
I think the kind of circles that it would put me in, because I imagine you hang out with other rich people when you become rich. I think I would just become such a bitch.
And you're a generous person, Ashley, so you'd be handing out money left and right to anybody who asks for it.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. I'd give my mom like half because I'd feel bad because she's been playing the lottery her whole life.
Oh, has she really?
Yep.
If she ever hit?
No.
Never
but
once.
She's always said, you can't win if you don't play.
That's a crazy slogan she came up with. Yeah. Yeah, you'd begin hanging out with terrible people, the drinking, the drugs. I don't think you'd be all right. And you know what, Ashley? I'm going to make sure, if you won the lottery, I'm going to be there to make sure you're not all right.
Come on, Ashley, just one more. You can afford it.
Yeah. Take one more of those pills. Let's have one more drink. I'm going to be there to make sure you're not all right. Because I want a free ride. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I want a free ride. As a friend of yours, I want you to take me to all the rich events. Anyway.
I'd let you on my yacht.
Appreciates. Here's a good news, bad news kind of a deal for a dude who won the lottery in Kentucky. And we covered this guy once before, but now we've got a few more details on what kind of effing loser we're dealing with here. The good news is he won $167 million.
Yeah, I've heard that referred to as FU money before. That's pretty good.
On a $2 ticket he bought at a convenience store, he won $167 F me running sideways $1 million. The bad news is he's a garbage pile human being who belongs in prison, and I believe he is currently locked up and it's pretty difficult to make use of that $167 million when you're trapped inside the old Stony Lonesome. I got to warn you, dude has a terrible name. James Farthing. F-A-R-T.
Yeah.
H-I-N-G. He's 50 years old at this point, and he's a terrible person. The guy's criminal history is effing ridiculous. Let me tell you the deal. April 28th, he claimed his jackpot, the largest in the history of the state of Kentucky. His first mistake was, as soon as he got his monies, Farthing and his girlfriend flew to the terrible Gator State to sit on the beach or whatever they do over there, fondle each other on the beach.
What? Out of all the choices?
Well, he's a career criminal. He doesn't know any better.
That's true.
Right.
It's good that Florida calls him.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, probably not a man of elite taste, actually.
That's where his people are.
That's where
you mentioned you'd hang out with a certain type of person.
That's where the morons go, Florida, because they don't know any better. So he takes his girlfriend to Florida. He left Kentucky. He didn't get permission from his parole officer to leave Kentucky. Now, since he won the lottery, like I said, he goes down to, the Gator State. He went ahead and punched somebody in the face. He kicked a cop in the face. And some of you might be saying, oh, he's that guy. You might remember we talked about him a couple months ago. He goes down. He's at a hotel. Because he's a derelict, he can't help it. He ends up getting a fight with somebody. He punches the living piss out of them. The cops show up. He kicks a cop in the face. That's what he did days after he won the lottery. So the gist of the story is, here's a guy who could have life dicked, but he can't do squat with all that money. He's locked up. It's a shame, but he had it coming.
I think the highest amount of money I could win and not ruin my life would be like $500,000. Because I'd pay off the house, pay off a bunch of bills, have a little bit left over to maybe take a vacation or two, set up some type of trust fund for the kid.
It's interesting that you even have a number there that you think, a number that you could survive.
That's the max.
$500,000, you'd survive. Any higher than that, you're dead.
Yep.
This guy, if you want to know more about this guy, he's been categorized as a, quote, persistent felony offender by Kentucky law enforcement. He's got a 16-page rap sheet, a criminal record that goes back 35 effing years.
The mugshot compilation they put online is incredible. Seeing all the different mugshots over the years.
Oh, has his appearance changed radically?
Yeah, well, and just how many mugshots he's got, first and foremost. But yeah, he looks a lot different in a lot of the photos.
Oh, here's the rundown. He's strangled one of his past girlfriends. He sold cocaine to an undercover police informant. He escaped from a prison. He bribed a corrections officer to deliver drugs into the prison. He's been in possession of stolen firearms. He even did some dope deals with his mother.
Oh. Nice little family bonding.
Josh, that is so many mugshots.
I know, isn't it crazy?
Oh my gosh, those are like the ones they show you in health class, the before and after.
And they're all stacked together in one collage. It kind of looks like one of those things where it's one or a bunch of little pictures of somebody that when you step back, it's like one big picture of them.
He's been locked up in at least 25 different correctional institutions. He's spent nearly 30 of his 50 years on Earth in prison.
And this is the guy that gets to win the lottery.
Isn't that something?
Good things happen to good people.
Right. That's exactly the point, Josh.
And
yes.
Good folks like your mom hasn't hit it yet, but this guy does.
This bucket of feces, with all the bad he's done with his life, wins $167 million. That's not right. Because if the guy ever gets out of the cooler and he can behave himself, he's got everything he needs to have a great life, and he clearly doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, I wish there was a way maybe they could he's got to pay his victims.
Yeah.
Which would probably take a lot of that money. He's got a lot of victims out there.
I think, Josh, yes, there should be something. Law enforcement should come up with something to force this man to make it right. I'm going to correct all the problems that I've done with my life. I'm going to make it right. He has a tattoo on his chest that says Mama's Bad Boy.
Oh, no.
Uh-huh.
He probably got that right after him and his mom scored on that weed deal they did together.
I'm Mama's Bad Boy. All right.
I kind of want that tattoo.
All right, here's something for you. A gal up there in British, for Christ's sake, Columbia. Miranda is the name. Miranda woke up one morning and saw that she had spent $8 the night before on a food delivery. She got some food delivered to her house.
That's cheap.
Don't you know? Well, yeah, you'll find out here in a minute. There were just two problems. She had no memory of ordering the food, and there was no trace of it anywheres in her house. She did have an email confirmation for the food delivery, but she still didn't exactly know what the hell happened. Then after a stretch of time, she found a little packet of dipping sauce sitting around that she didn't recognize. Then she dialed up the footage from her Ring doorbell camera gimmick to find out what the F gives. And sure as hell, on the doorbell camera thing, there was video of a delivery guy dropping off one little teeny tiny cup of dipping sauce on her front step at around 1 o'clock in the godforsaken a.m. And that's when she figured it out. Miranda said to herself, F me, I've been sleepwalking again.
Yeah, this sounds like something I would do. Definitely.
I'd be pretty freaked out. If I had absolutely no idea that I did anything like that, that's crazy. You think you could be that bad, Ashley?
Oh, 100%. I've woken up in the middle of the night before and gone downstairs, and there's a banana peel on the counter, a pan with an egg in it, like in the sink. And I'm like, oh, this was me. This was me, I think. Somewhere in my brain, this feels familiar, but no recollection of it whatsoever.
Are you talking being drunk or sleepwalking?
Usually they go hand in hand, actually.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the drunk thing's a little different.
Yeah, you can't lump the two together.
Yeah.
You can't lump the two together because there are people stone cold sober, sound asleep, who are 6 blocks away from home painting a wall or something, you know what I mean? It's out of this world. This Miranda lady has been a sleepwalker her entire life. It started when she was a young kid, and it still happens, she says here, up to 10 times a month.
Wow, that's a lot. Oh, that's terrifying.
In her sleepwalking career, she has cleaned the entire house, put away all the Christmas decorations.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Actually, this is starting to sound pretty good.
Right, being productive, not even realizing it.
I don't know what this means, but it says here that she has crafted items in her sleep. Made food, prepared all kinds of food. She took a douche a few times while, sleepwalking. She's done all the laundry. Recently, she said her sleepwalking has taken on a different kind of a vibe. She says, lately I've been door dashing food. Onion rings. Once she door dashed a single bottle of Coca-Cola, even though she doesn't drink Coca-Cola.
I didn't know you could order just dipping sauce or a single drink from DoorDash. I thought maybe there'd be a minimum you got to spend. Apparently not, huh?
Yeah, no, they let you do anything. I've definitely just bought one smoothie before and paid $25.
Right, yeah. If you're willing to pay the fees, they'll drop whatever you want off.
Sometimes it's worth it. It's worth not having to leave the house.
I don't like leaving the house either. I understand.
So Miranda said she wakes up and sees these email notifications, or when she goes to leave for work in the morning, there's a bag of cold food on her front step. And it dawns on her, oh, Christ, I must have done this last night when I was sound asleep. So while out cold the other night, she paid $8 for a dude to deliver a single packet of honey mustard sauce to her house, and she said, hey, I like A&W honey mustard, but I'm not sure why I would order just that all by itself. What a pain in the ass.
But the driver was confused too.
So now my sleepwalking usually only happens if I I drink a decent amount. It like gets triggered, but
so then Josh was saying, I don't think you can define that as sleepwalking.
I used to also just like straight up sleepwalk.
What did you do there?
I would, for a while when I was a kid, I would sleepwalk and pee in places that I wasn't supposed to. Like the kitchen garbage. I think one time my mom said I tried to open the fridge and like squat in there.
You were going to pee on the leftovers.
The produce.
It slowly turned into like sleep eating. I think I've told you guys about this before. I think it might be from when I struggled with an eating disorder when I was younger. I would be like so hungry in the middle of the night that I would sleepwalk and eat food. And I was always so confused in the morning because I would have like a taste in my mouth and I'd try to figure out what I ate. And sometimes it would be an egregious amount of calories. Like, what am I doing?
Wiped out a bucket of mashed potatoes and gravy.
Go through a sleeve of Fig Newtons or something.
So weird. Oh, and I'd be so frustrated.
Well, I'm glad that my dad's sleepwalking trait, or whatever you want to call it, didn't spread down to me. Because I'd likely end up walking into traffic. My dad was a big sleepwalker. I've told you before, he'd smoke cigarettes and talk and walk around the house, and he was completely out cold. One of my favorites is when he cracked open the dishwasher. He walked out with his little nut huggers on, right? Mm-hmm. Heater in his yap.
That's the best part.
And he cracks open the dishwasher, right? He pulls the dishwasher open and he says, yeah, those pork chops are about done. And he shuts the dishwasher and goes, he was dreaming that he had made pork chops, apparently in a dishwasher.
Were you just exhausted all the time, Ashley?
Yes.
This particular lady must be tired constantly, especially with all she's doing.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to wake up a sleepwalker. And there was a couple times,
especially if they're cleaning your house.
Yeah, let them go.
There was a couple times where people have woken me up, and it's not pretty. Very, very angry because I remember getting woken up. I don't really remember everything I say to that person the next day, but oh gosh, the foul things that have came out of my mouth.
Pretty bad, huh?
Oh yeah, like saying sorry is not enough.
Well, we used to wake up the old man. He never lashed out at us. He would just kind of look side to side and realize, oh, I was out cold. Cubby, one of those silly medieval sword fight reenactments went sideways over there in stupid England.
Luckily, I've never seen...
Oh, I was going to ask you, have you ever watched one of those in person, like at
the Renaissance Festival, for sure.
They reenact, so they put the armor on and do sword fights?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, one of them went bad in England, and a dude got mangled. Police are calling it an accident. You can call it what you want, but a 37-year-old feller dressed as a knight who was engaged in a fake sword fight with another reenactor. The 37-year-old dude took a sword to his face. And the sumbitch is in serious condition at the hospital.
Oh, no, I take back my ha.
Just put that one right back in your pocket.
Yeah.
The sword went through what they're calling here his visor. I guess I'd have to see it to fully understand. They're wearing half shields like they do in the National Hockey League. But the sword got in there and stabbed the guy in the face. Visitors at a joint called Bodiam Castle were watching a combat demonstration between two reenactor dudes with the armor and the swords when one of them got stabbed. A large crowd witnessed the incident. Little kids and the new guy were in the corner puking their guts. Police are asking anyone who may have witnessed or taken pictures or videos of the disaster to contact them so they can better understand what happened.
Some of that stuff looks like it's got to hurt just a little bit. I have a friend who worked at one of those in Chicago when he was out there. He was like trying to get into acting, and that's kind of the gig he had. Right? And he was saying that people take that, meaning the people he worked with, take it very serious. Like, there's not a lot of joking around. At least in his experience, it was kind of one of the bigger, more popular ones.
Did that frustrate him a little bit?
Well, he was a little surprised. I mean, he said, like, there was kind of like a hierarchy where some folks thought they were the king.
Yeah.
Kind of acted as if they were living in that time.
Are you talking about that famous joint in Chicago?
Yeah, it's the famous one. I forget the name.
Knight's World.
Yeah, I can't remember.
A Night at the Roxbury. I forgot what they call it, but I've driven past it a couple times when I've gone through Chicago. It's a famous joint.
I mean, it was kind of like, I was told, I didn't know too much about it, other than, was it in the movie Cable Guy? Or maybe it was a different one. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
So that was my experience with it. But I was told it was kind of a big deal to work there. It was a popular place. But, yeah, he said it was a little intimidating and crazy how serious some of those people took it.
Take it a little too serious.
Did you guys see the South Park episode where they take a field trip to like that old-timey town, you know, and they're all in character and churning butter, and it gets taken over by terrorists, and they refuse to break character to the point where they're all getting shot. Well, I've never seen a gun like that before. I'm only used to a musket.
I love that episode.
I just saw that one recently. People are telling us that joint in Chicago, Josh, is called Medieval Times.
Oh, that sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right.
Or Excalibur, but I think Medieval Times sounds right to me as well.
But yeah, I wonder.
These poor guys, you know, they're trying to put on a show. You know, there's a crowd. They want to make it as authentic as possible, and one of them ends up taking a sword to the friggin' bush. That sucks.
That is awful, but when I like go and watch it at the Renaissance Festival, it's kind of like how you go to some type of NASCAR race and you're kind of hoping for a crash in the back of your head.
Sure.
Yeah, that's I like that vibe.
That's natural.
I don't know. I don't want to see somebody get stabbed through the eye.
Oh!
Yeah, like maybe just a less serious injury. I'd be cool with.
Medieval Times. Yep, that's it. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for texting that in.
Your conversation about your friend working at Medieval Times. I mean, I know this is their job, and that makes it different than where I'm going with this. But it's kind of like when you sat down on the bench filling in for a beer league hockey team and you realize these guys take it way more seriously than you do.
Sure.
Uh-oh, what the hell did I sign up for here? Guys are drawing up plays and whatnot. I'm just here for the pizza and the beer later.
You had 5 beers in the parking lot before the game even started.
I'm just hoping not to get my teeth knocked in, and you guys are drawing up breakouts and whatnot. Okay, what the hell did I sign up for here?
So my buddy was telling me, like, even some of the other folks that work there would kind of buy into it, as in, like, the guy playing the king was kind of the king of the whole place.
That's friggin' wrong.
Here comes the king. I hope he waves at me.
Well, you're sitting around with the boys and you say, hey, look, I got to go to a family party Saturday. Can anyone fill in for me Saturday? Well, you better ask Lord Lordenbaum if you can. My sire, I request a day off on Saturday for a family gathering. Denied!
So if somebody's texting and saying they worked at someplace very similar, and like the King's Guards and stuff like that, they took it seriously as if they were the King's Guards.
That sucks.
Okay, the more we talk about it, the more that sounds pretty cool, actually.
Everybody's got their thing.
I like that.
Really sucks. All right. Folks always say that humans and chimpanzees are very much alike, and it's true. We are. Now, one human trait that some chimps are coming around to is following fashion trends. As you know, some of us humans will do anything to fit in with the popular masses, even if the current hot fashion trend is just straight up ridiculous. Some of us humans, especially the young ones, will jump on board with that trend. Faster than you can say Jack Robinson. They gotta be cool. They gotta fit in. Some chimps now are apparently sacrificing common chimp sense to be fashionable too. For example, a group of chimpanzees in Zambia. They're sticking grass and sticks in their bottoms because it's the cool thing to wear these days in the chimp world.
You know, if somebody like a popular influencer on TikTok did this, I bet this would be a trend here too.
I'm sure.
Folks that just have to follow some of those really idiotic trends.
I think you're right. Says here now, I'll do my best to explain this for everybody and all of y'all. Says here now, 15 years ago, a female chimpanzee, how do you say it again, Josh?
Chimpanzee.
A female chimpanzee over there named Julie. She stuck a blade of grass into her ear hole, and it started a hot new craze among her fellow chimpanzees at this joint they were all staying at, called the Chimpin Wildlife Orphanage. All the chimps were doing it because Julie did it, blade of grass in her ear. And now an entirely new group of chimps at the same refuge have started doing something similar, only this time the anus is involved. According to the folks who keep the chimps in line over there, the little bastards have been putting blades of grass and sticks into their ears and their beeholes, and then they simply let the grass and sticks dangle there for no apparent reason.
I wonder if Julie first did it because she was itching. And then all of a sudden somebody said, that looks pretty hot.
Could be. Well, there's a theory here. So anyway, all of this gross chimp ass fashion has, as they say here, shed new light on how social cultural trends spread and change among chimpanzees, much like they do among humans. The researchers there at the refuge think the chimps learned this behavior from people, at least the ear part. It says here, the group of chimps who display the behavior don't have any contact with each other, but they do share some of the same human caretakers. Are you following that? And those caretakers said they sometimes use a matchstick or a blade of grass to clean their ears when working at the animal sanctuary. The chimps are copying this from a human. A chimp named Juma was apparently the first chimp to have gone grass to ass. And his cellmates followed his lead and also started firing grass and sticks up their cans. So this Juma was like a chimpanzee influencer.
Trendsetter.
Now, even after this Julie chimp, the one who started putting grass in her ear, even after she died many years ago, 2 chimps, including her son, continued to wear grass in their ears. It's also possible, they say, that they're doing all of this nonsense to make themselves more attractive to possible mates. One chimpanzee expert over there said they do spend a lot of time looking at each other's asses. So
Chimpin' ain't easy.
Chimpin' ain't easy. So they say it's not surprising that they would do this sort of thing to decorate their butts.
I've decorated my butt before.
What did you do?
You guys remember when I used to wear those velour track pants all the time that said juicy on the butt?
Oh, yeah.
Never took off here. Not in this building.
Yeah, that was a weird couple months.
Not for me.
And you got a nice bubble back there.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, hopefully you're able to follow all this. The chimps copy each other to fit in, and they also may have been borrowing some things from their human handlers. And so fashion trends kick in the chimp world the same way they do with we human beings. One monkey expert over there said learning that animals have these same pointless little behaviors that become fads shows you how closely related we are to them. Now, as weird as this whole gimmick is, one of the chimp handlers said it's only the second most surprising behavior he's observed in chimpanzees. Are you ready to hear the weirdest behavior that a chimp handler has ever seen?
Yes.
The most surprising thing, he said, was when he watched 2 male chimps engage in what he called here post-conflict fellatio.
Fellatio?
Whatever the word is. A post-conflict BJ.
Would you guys start more fights or avoid more fights if that's how you had to settle up with a buddy? I think I'd never get in a fight again.
Yeah. Keep to myself.
Two male chimps domed each other out after a fight, just like Wisconsin guys do. That is kind of interesting behavior, don't you think?
Wow.
Hey, I'm sorry. Let me show you how sorry I am.
Oh! You're really friggin' sorry.
I want to know where they learned that one. Was that from watching Humans too?
Well, yeah, maybe just some make-up sex, right? I'm sure everyone's had that before.
Oh, it scares me how smart they are sometimes. It really freaks me out.
Oh, they're going to take over.
Yeah, the monkeys and the Sheens, it's their world. Our time is limited.
You know what? I've always been nice to them, though. So maybe they'll remember that.
That's not going to matter. That's not going to matter.
They're going to rip my face off and eat it.
Yeah, you'll be one of the first.
Yeah.
They're going to pull an artery out of your calf and watch you bleed out just like they're going to do the rest of us.
You know what, Josh? I will be one of the first because I'm going to approach them like, hey, we can be friends. We can be buddies.
They'll make
Dead.
you an example quickly.
Yep.
We've had this discussion that the monkeys are ready to take over, and I think we've all agreed that how can you argue with them? Mm-hmm. We obviously don't have what it takes anymore to run things on planet Earth. Hell, give the monkeys a crack at it because we suck. We've proven that.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
A man who's doing something that no catcher has ever done in the history of the sport, with the fattest ass in all of professional sports. And leading the big leagues with 38 homers so far. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Dumper Cal Raleigh.
Okay, so that was Pat
McAfee.
McAfee. I know he's everywhere these days. I still haven't caught his program. He's got a television show.
He's got
right?
a daily TV show, yeah.
Does Pat McAfee ever sleep? I mean, he's doing WWE. He's got his show every day, like you said.
Maybe he does a ton of blow or something.
I don't know.
I kind of do my best to tune him out.
So he was introducing, I missed this last night. I saw all of the home run derby, but I did not see the player intro. So he was introing the players, and people did not like it. You were telling me earlier people didn't like it.
People were not a fan. They are sick of seeing him everywhere.
Oh.
They're like, come on, when is ESPN going to realize we don't want to see this guy anymore?
So people are burned out.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, I watched the whole thing last night. We can get into it because we got all kinds of folks who would love to join the conversation later. Randy Shaver, Glen Perkins, Willi Myles, Janel Klein. Josh and I both made it all the way through the sumbitch. Big Dumper. Cal Raleigh won last night's home run derby. It was a pretty good show. Tonight is the actual All-Star game. Now, I know we were having a conversation earlier about how it's kind of a test of wills to make it all the way through the home run derby. It's a long friggin' program. You know.
It's very repetitive.
Beyond repetitive.
Yeah.
Some of the excitement isn't there, too, because, I mean, they're already hitting the next pitch before the home run even makes it, so you're not.
Right.
A lot of times I was just watching the counter to see if it.
That's all you can do. It's all you can do to make.
So the excitement's not quite.
Did that one go over the fence? Did that one? But they got the counter and they got the split screen. It's a tough program to commit yourself to all the way through. Now, completely different story for me personally when it comes to the All-Star game. I love the Big League All-Star game, and I have since even when I was in the cooler. When I was in the cooler, we'd watch the All-Star game and have a riot. It's the only real All-Star game left.
Yeah.
It's the only one. You can't fake it. So I love the All-Star game, and it's played out tonight in Atlanta, and we'll discuss that with Glen Perkins and Randy Shaver and Janel Klein and Willi Myles. Not much else going on, but real quick, we were talking about winning the lottery. Earlier on, we had a stupid news story about some douchebag, scumbag, derelict bag of garbage. Just a career criminal, violent pile of feces who won $167 million playing a $2 lottery ticket. The good news is he's incarcerated. He can't do dick with that money. The bad news is they're probably not going to be able to hang on to him forever. And it's a damn shame that this guy at least has the opportunity. He'll likely blow it, but he at least has the opportunity to live a dream. Josh said, how many hardworking people out there bust their ass, do the right thing, play by the rules, go buy a lottery ticket every week, and they don't win dick. But this guy... So we were talking about Ashley's chances of survival if she wins the lottery. You said if you won $500,000 or less, you think you would survive. A penny more, you're dead within a week.
Yep, lost cause.
We have a listener here who texted in on the lottery. Texted in on the lottery is how I should have said that. And he says, I got a friend who's a 2-time lottery winner. The second one resulted in a divorce and led to a pretty dark path.
Twice.
No good.
Twice.
I want to hear more details on that.
The second time, it led him down a bit of a dark path. That's what I want for you, Ashley. I want to be there to watch you walk that dark path.
I don't know. You've changed. I don't think you'd get there. I think at this point you'd figure it out.
Money might switch her back, though,
Who, Ashley
Yeah.
has changed? Ashley has changed?
Quite a bit.
Especially if I won it twice. Because the first time, like, if I did a couple shady things and then won the lottery again, I'd be like, oh, well, this is a sign from God. Keep doing what you're doing.
Josh
Keep being shady.
You have changed. Josh is right. When you first started here, you were kind of a loser.
Oh, I wouldn't say loser, a wild card.
But don't you think, Josh, that with millions of dollars, you don't think that would a switch would flip and she'd go right back to being loser, Ashley?
No, she's got different people surrounding her right now. I don't think that's going to happen.
That's true. I do have people that depend on me now.
You ditch the husband, though, don't you?
You got it.
I'd hang on to him for a little bit. He's fun to be around. We do some cool
Just
stuff.
keep him as a friend. No one who wins the lottery should stay married. What are you, crazy?
You would be rich enough to be polyamorous if you so desired. That's for sure.
Sure. We have talked about me going for a rich guy and him being like my side piece, so we could have a couple more bucks in the bank.
A little extra.
So you guys haven't been married a month and you're already talking about an open marriage?
This was before we even got married.
Get yourself a rich side piece, a little extra income.
Yeah, I can't. Oh, he even gave me a number one time. Like, that's how much the guy would have to be worth or give me an allowance for it to be cool.
He better be dumping $25,000 into our bank account every month. Is that something like...
So you're saying you might fall for an indecent proposal? Somebody came up and said, I'll give you $1 million for one night.
Like, oh, I'd have to check with him, but I think he'd be down.
I mean, come on.
He'd probably sit in the room. Like, let's get this money, baby.
Cucks, I just don't get it.
I don't know. That kind of money changes everybody. Everyone. I know there's plenty of people, it wouldn't change me. Hell yes, it would change you.
You can't really help it.
You just got to tuck it under your arm. Tuck that $2 million, whatever it is, under your arm and just run like hell. And when you get tired and stop, that's your new home. That's what I'd do. I'd tuck that money and run. No one would ever see me again. No one! All right, we got to take a break. Josh's news is coming up next.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, podcast pals. It's Dana from the Half-Assed Morning Show. As always, we appreciate you checking on the podcast, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The July heat means it's officially swass and crotch soup season. Gross! It also means our AC units are being put to the test. I recently went through an issue myself, and I was so happy to have my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning in my corner. They gave me real options, didn't make me feel like a dummy for not knowing a single thing about HVAC systems, and let me choose what worked best for my home and my budget. No pressure, just comfort my way. Enjoy the show, thanks for listening, and stay cool this summer with Standard.
The United States Soccer Federation presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
The United States have the lead.
The United States in full command.
To the back post, settled, scores! Centering, doubling his tally!
Never miss a game.
Hooks it across, into the middle, and there's the opening goal! Two for the United States!
Never miss a moment.
Barreling in, cutting in, going for goal, deflected and in! Yeah!
The U.S. Soccer Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
In the 60s, I made love to many, many women, often outdoors, in the mud and the rain. And it's possible a man slipped in. Would be no way of knowing.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
I don't play with lions. I don't play with tigers, bears, nothing with the wild. I don't play with those. I don't even do roller coasters. I'm good.
Hello, future viral video. A big cat, maybe even a mountain lion, turned an ordinary New York night into something straight out of a nature documentary last week. Last Wednesday, a home security camera in Rochester seemed to catch a large feline prowling down a quiet sidewalk. It was enough to get Monroe County Sheriff's Office involved. They even sent up a drone to search the area. Even the Seneca Park Zoo jumped in to ease concerns, confirming none of their animals had escaped. By morning, the mystery had only grown, though. Neighbors were waking up, that is, to stories of wild creatures roaming their streets.
Man, can I take a guess before you clear up what happened here? Can I take a guess? I mean, once you get done with the story, can I guess what it was?
Oh, sure. Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
So, again, there's talk of a lion walking around the streets in New York somewhere?
Yeah, Rochester, New York.
Rochester, New York. Okay.
One of those neighbors, Curtis Jones, wasn't about to take any chances. After locking eyes with the animal as it slinked past his windows, he grabbed a baseball bat just in case. Later, he gave a full play-by-play to a local news crew.
They went right over there. I swear, I promise you, they went right over there. And they said, "Rawr!" And I just kept walking. I seen me, see it. So in my head, I'm like, nah, I gotta go, man. I'm out.
I like him and everything, but he's trying too hard.
Yeah, he is a little bit. I mean, if you watch the video, it doesn't appear he's trying as hard as he sounds, but he is trying.
Uh-huh.
Doorbell camera footage seems to back him up, showing what looks like a mountain lion casually strolling down the sidewalk.
Yeah.
After several 911 calls, police told residents to shelter in place while they searched the neighborhood, but with no confirmed sightings or tracks, the order was lifted by morning.
They didn't find it last night. It's still out here. It could be out here in one of these bushes or something. You know, them mountain lions, they be crawling, you know, they serious.
Mountain lions have had a steady presence in New York since the 1800s. I'm sorry, haven't had one. Still, the Department of Environmental Conservation weighed in, saying that based on the video and some measurements, the animal could be a cougar, assuming the footage hasn't been tampered with. If it is a cougar, they added, it's probably not a wild one that wandered on its own, but more likely a former pet kept illegally.
Oh, jeez, that's scary.
Okay, so they know what it was. It was an actual mountain lion.
Well, they're not 100% sure because they said the video could have been doctored, and they didn't find any tracks. So
that's very strange. My guess was going to be this was a furry. Did I say the right word?
Yes.
Furry.
It could be. Maybe they'll come back and say that.
Okay.
I came across a cougar once when I was living in Wisconsin. It was absolutely terrifying. At the time, I had 3 dogs, and then one of them was just a little baby puppy. And they were all outside just enjoying their life, and I heard them started to viciously bark, and I thought, oh, that's not normal. And I looked down my driveway. At the time, I had a very long driveway. And there was just a big cat sitting down there, and I thought, oh, that must be a lynx or something, but it didn't have pointy ears, and it was taller than, at the time, my 110-pound lab just sitting.
So you know for sure this was a cougar.
Yeah, I had to call the DNR, and they came out and investigated, and what really freaked me out is as soon as I picked up my puppy and put the puppy inside, it kind of took maybe like a minute or two, and then it sauntered on its way. So it was definitely, it was eyeballing my puppy. No.
There's a bar in my neighborhood that has cougar night.
Thursdays?
No, I think it was a Friday or Saturday gimmick. They had cougar night. And so a friend of mine went there, because he likes cougars. And I called him while he was at the bar, and I said, how's cougar night going? And he said, it's actually more like Sabretooth.
Good news. Leatherface is not on the loose. It's just a creepy teddy bear stitched with hugs, love, and human skin. At least that's what it looked like. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department rushed to a gas station in California Sunday after someone called in a report of possible human remains. Officers taped off the area, and a coroner was called in to inspect the disturbing item, which turned out to be a teddy bear. The bear is not stitched from skin. It's actually made of latex, and you can buy one on Etsy for $165. Still, it's easy to see why someone panicked. The bear looked like it was covered in stretched skin-tone material, complete with disturbingly human features, lips and nose and eye sockets. Everything appeared to be stitched together with surgical precision, like someone Frankensteined a real person onto a stuffed animal. The artist behind it, 38-year-old Robert Kelly of Dark Seed Creations, confirmed it was one of his gory masterpieces, part of a horror-themed art collection.
Those are all made out of latex. They're generally created from a mold. I mean, our stuff is pretty recognizable in the industry.
Darkseed Creations is known for making grotesque horror-inspired pieces. Their shop includes things like a necktie with a sewn-on face, a $100 human leather baseball cap, and another teddy bear described as covered in random sections of skin and, quote, perfect for snuggling or hiding in someone's bed. Other oddities include alphabet blocks with genitalia, eggs with fake eyeballs, and even a fetal skeleton frame.
And this guy makes a living?
Yeah, apparently he does pretty well. He said he did ship one to that area just a week prior, so he's assuming it was that exact same one. As for how the teddy bear ended up at the gas station, though, that's still a mystery. Somebody might have left it behind by accident, but police say they think it was a sick prank.
That is so disturbing.
Did you look at the photo?
Yeah.
Did I send you the photo? I can't remember if I sent it to you.
Yes, you did. It's up on 93x.com. I like dark, creepy stuff, but I don't know. The skin weirds me out.
It's a little unsettling to look at.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy.
Where does it put the lotion, Josh?
On its skin.
On its skin. Or it gets the hose again, I think.
A passionate Pennsylvania pair parked more than just their bodies in the middle of a road last Tuesday. The amorous couple put the sex in intersection. Under the sultry shimmer of red, yellow, and green, 50-year-old Byron Morrison and 53-year-old cradle robber Carolyn Anya Mackey found themselves in a jam. Charged with open lewdness, indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, and public drunkenness, they turned a grassy patch into a risque roadshow rendezvous just after midnight last Tuesday. According to police, someone spotted the couple in a little semi-foreplay, getting very familiar in the grassy area of a busy intersection. When an officer arrived, he walked up, took a look, and confirmed it definitely looked like what sex looks like. The couple began getting dressed as the officer got closer, but not before Morrison proudly whipped out his phone and showed police a video that he had just recorded of their little romp under a blanket. I don't know why he decided to do that. He's proud of it, I guess.
Wanted to prove that he wanted to prove he got laid.
Police also noted there were 2 open alcoholic beverages, and Morrison admitted that they were drunk. I guess they had to have each other right there. And apparently, even though it was midnight, there was quite a few folks at that intersection. No wonder they're sexing it up at stoplights in Pennsylvania. A new report ranks the horniest states in America based on porn searches, and the Keystone states got some keystroke stamina. Pennsylvania penetrated the 9th slot, just barely thrusting its way into the top 10. The top 5 are California, Colorado, Utah, Georgia, and edging to a big finish, Maine is America's horniest state.
What the heck?
Yeah, good for them.
Barrel-chested.
Maine, and what was the other kind of faraway place you had in the top 5 there?
Well, it was California, Colorado, Utah, and Georgia.
Maine and Utah. Would you chalk that up to just boredom?
Yeah, you know what? That was part of what they said in the study.
Yeah.
That curiosity and boredom. Barrel-chested Minnesotans with internet access set down shovels long enough to grab a private part in a computer mouse, putting us at 18th on the list.
Always just right in the middle.
Meanwhile, our less frisky neighbors are lagging behind. Iowa came 33rd. North Dakota is having a little trouble getting things up past 39th. South Dakota barely broke a sweat at 41. And did the beer run out in Wisconsin, Ashley? Wisco libidos are on life support. They're way down to 48th. Only Alaska and Illinois are less horny, with Illinois taking it in the rear as America's least horny state.
It's because they're too busy drinking.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, too drunk to be able to accomplish anything in the bedroom.
Yeah,
They went
Whiskey
far
D.
past Whiskey D. They went far past the beer goggles. The odometer overturned. They just couldn't get horny anymore. Police in Northeast Ohio are looking for a twerk squad. 3 seductive women caught on camera twerking on a police car.
A group of females walked by the cruiser, returned back around this way. One of them climbed up on the push bumper and began to dance on the push bumper.
Dash camera video from Richland Heights squads show multiple women twerking on a cruiser last month. One woman climbed onto the front bumper, another got under the hood and began to dance on it. According to police, the dancing left its mark, most notably a butt-shaped dent from the woman dancing on the hood. And nearby, a particular busty dancer twerked on the bumper, leaving a significant scratch, possibly from cold nipples.
Cold nipples?
Possibly, I said. Now cops are looking for a bust, and with the help of a high-tech criminal catching tool called Clearview AI, they're about to get it.
2 of you guys have been identified. There's warrants out for your arrest. You might as well come turn yourself in and get the ball rolling on your court case here.
This is going to happen.
You're going to get picked up at some point.
While working to identify the women twerking, police turned to the Northeast Ohio Regional Fusion Center, who identified 2 of the 3 women using facial recognition software.
They also then do a little bit further investigation into social media accounts to try and further confirm the identity.
Wow, they're really serious about this.
Yeah, I guess so. Police have yet to identify the 3rd and final dancer. Either that or they just really want to try out that stuff.
I really want to meet these women. Does the Russian twerk team have anything to worry about, Josh, after watching these Ohio women do their thing?
Boy, I don't know. I mean,
The answer is no.
They were good.
They were.
If they were going to represent the states, I'd be proud.
Really?
Yeah, the Russian twerk team probably can never be beat.
Ooh-wee.
But, these ladies, they did a pretty good job.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
Pretty good. Desmond Hart on Dune Prophecy and Ragnar on Vikings. Travis Fimmel, 46 today.
Fimmel.
Drummer Jason Bonham, Led Zeppelin's drummer, the son of Led Zeppelin drummer John Bonham, 59.
We were just talking about Zeppelin off air, weren't we?
We were, yeah.
I'm not going to mention what we were saying about Led Zeppelin.
Well, what you specifically said.
What Josh and I agreed on.
No, I didn't agree. Guitar legend Joe Satriani, a decade older at 69. Former Minnesota Governor Jesse Ventura ain't got time to skip a birthday party because he's 74 today.
Boy, I was going to guess older.
Happy 50th birthday to Brooklyn Park man Jesus, and that's 93X News.
And now a Minnesota Twins update. We're talking Twins with former All-Star closer Glen Perkins.
Glen Perkins.
On 93X. Play ball.
The number for Bucks is 6.
Got to get really selective here. Oh, right there. Oh, fire them hips. Go out with a bang.
The number will be 7 for Byron Buxton, and that is what Junior Caminero will shoot for.
I didn't know we had the room for all this company, but I think we can make it work. C. Willi Myles is here. Janel Klein, Randy Shaver, former Governor Jesse Ventura is here, and former Minnesota Twin Glen Perkins. Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy to be here.
Good morning.
Wow.
Everybody was waiting for the next person to say good morning.
Yeah, that's true.
Didn't want to be rude.
Who's going to go first?
Did I mention Glen Perkins?
Yes, you did.
Yes,
Yeah, you did.
Glenn, how you doing, son?
I've got no complaints. A couple days off, which is nice, and hopefully a good start to the second half out in Denver this weekend.
Yeah, you get to go to Denver. You like Denver?
I haven't been there in like 10 years, but in my mind's eye, yeah, I think I remember liking it. I know that they've been getting a lot of good crowds, which will be fun, even though they're not very good. I know we early in the season we're talking about the Rockies and their bad start, but
right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Did they allow pot smoking in the bleachers, or what? Why do they still get good crowds out there despite their?
They never left.
They just stay there.
Stay there.
It's a cool ballpark.
It's a beautiful ballpark. It's a beautiful spot that they put the ballpark. I read that too. That despite their terrible record, they still get a big crowd of drug addicts and whatnot.
Yeah, I got buddies that live out there, and they were hoping that with this awful start, the awful season they're having, they'd be able to get $5 tickets every day of the week, but that hasn't been the case.
Still charging them full price.
Yeah,
for a junior varsity squad.
Exactly.
Oh man, good to have you on the air again, Glenn. Big Dumper put on a show for us last night, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He had a really good first half, obviously. But yeah, last night I thought that it was fun to watch Buck. I haven't watched the Home Run Derby in 10 years.
Yeah.
But to see Byron in it, and he did well. That was fun. He hit some absolute tanks. But yeah, Cal Raleigh, man, I tell you what, that guy, he's something else. I know that he got one homer away from I think Barry Bonds' first half record or
right.
All-Star break record.
Right.
A lot more games Cal played than Barry, but either way, it's been quite the first half. He was never known as an offensive guy, and so for him to come out of nowhere the way he did, pretty crazy.
He led the league in dongs during real baseball games so far this season, so it's no surprise that he would win a a less legitimate home run competition. Big dumps, big dumper. Cal Raleigh wins the friggin' thing last night. Did you make it all the way through, Randy Shaver? Because we were talking earlier about it's kind of a test of wills to make it through the entire home run hitter.
I think he's the first switch hitter to also win this because he hit both home runs from the right and left side last night.
First catcher and switch hitter to win the event, if that matters at all to you.
Yeah. If Buck wasn't in it, I wouldn't have paid attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
But, it was kind of fun to watch that.
Yeah. Byron Buxton of the Twins, of course, had a nice showing. I'm sure he enjoyed the hell out of it. He and third base coach Tommy Watkins did their best. I'm proud of them.
I'm super excited to watch him get a chance to play tonight. And it looks like Joe Ryan's going to get an inning tonight.
Okay.
Which will be fun to watch.
Where'd you get that inside information?
I read that this morning, that it looks like he's going to get to pitch one inning tonight. So,
well, that'll be great.
I'm sure the nerves will be flying because that's a big honor.
I was saying earlier, I still love the All-Star game.
Yep.
I really do.
Yeah, some of my favorite memories growing up, watching baseball, and back then there wasn't cable, you had like one shot to watch baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we were talking about them wearing their original jerseys tonight, right?
Right.
So, that's what I grew up with, was watching the American and National League play in their original jerseys and just getting a chance to sit in front of the TV and see the guys that I read about in the newspaper that I hardly ever get to see on TV because you just don't. There's no MLB, network. There's nothing like that. So that was your one shot to see everybody.
Right.
So.
O'Neal Cruz of the Pittsburgh Pirates hit some bombs last night. The crowd seemed to like him. The furthest shot that he hit was 513 feet.
Good Lord.
Glen Perkins, what was the farthest home run hit off of you in a legitimate game?
Wow. Oh. The farthest home run hit off of me in a game. Oh, man.
Do you remember who it was?
I'm trying to think of some of the longest, most no-doubter ones.
You don't even turn around and look?
There's a few, yeah. I guess I don't... Nelson Cruz hit one off me at Target Field. A-Rod hit one off me there that were pretty far, but I'm guessing that I probably gave one up in my early days at the Metrodome that I'm just not remembering.
Yeah.
Is there a
But I don't know. I don't think I gave anything up. Like, I never gave up, like, a third decker at Target Field. Mm-hmm. Andrew Jones hit one into the second deck at Target Field off me.
Okay.
But, yeah, nothing like crazy, I guess. That's off the top of my head.
Is that something you even paid attention to when you would give up a home run? Would you peek over and see what the total feet? Or do you just...
No, so... Back in my day, before we did that, no, we didn't have that stuff. No joke. When they used to measure home runs, it was Dustin Morse, like looking at like a diagram of the field,
right,
and deciding where it landed, and then making up a distance. Essentially, we didn't have the tracking data that they have now, so there was no way for us to actually know. It was Dustin up in the press box making it up.
Is there like a sound off the bat, though, where you just like shrug your shoulders because
I think it's more. Gone. It's not the sound off the bat. It's more like you can see it all happening. Like when you let go of the ball and you're watching the ball go in and the timing of where the hitter's swing is at. And then you see where the pitch is going to end up, and then when they hit it, you're like, yeah, that's going a long way.
So before he even swings that's trouble.
Oh, yeah. You can just see it all. Everything slows down. Everything slows down. It's the same when balls get hit back at you. It's like something, I don't know what happens, but you end up like being in slow motion, and it all happens really slowly, and then... I watched everyone. I know there's some guys that don't watch the ball land, but I always watch them. I guess
sometimes it was beautiful to watch.
Right.
Take your medicine,
nice. Glenn. That was nice.
That was nice.
I would watch my catcher If he didn't get up, it was gone.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You were a pitcher, see, Willie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know you were a pitcher.
Yeah. When I was in high school.
Okay.
Not a very good one, obviously.
You gave up a few dongs?
Oh, yeah. So I played in
went...
Alabama, man. So, yeah, you would.
I mean, our guy Brad Ryder, we knew he was a pitcher because he brings it up every few hours.
Is that right?
That he was a high school pitcher. I didn't know you were a high school pitcher.
Yeah.
What did you have in your bag of tricks that would throw folks off once in a while playing Alabama high school baseball?
I had a sweet curve and not so bad of fastball. I could place it anywhere I wanted.
I like to think of my curveball as Barry Zito-like. Big bender. Big Glen Perkins. I mean, just a rainmaker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my catcher name was Elton Clark.
I'm sure it was.
And he would.
It looked just like Barry Zito.
Yeah, it did.
As soon as it dinged off, he just stayed squatted there.
Your catcher's name was what again?
Elton Clark.
Elton Clark.
Yeah, he was like, it would go. It's all like it hit it twice. Elton would just look at me and you just not even get up. Like, next batter.
Here's a listener. A listener texted in to say, I remember Paul Konerko hitting one off of Glenn back in the day.
Really?
Paul Konerko. Is he lying?
No, that could have happened.
Yeah.
He had home runs off a lot of guys.
I should call my.
I'm trying to think. I know that when I moved to the bullpen, I did pretty well against him. That's why that one caught me off guard.
Okay.
He started to hit singles. He just tried to hit singles off me, but I believe it. I mean, you could honestly, I gave up some home runs, so you could tell me that anybody hit one, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, I'll buy that.
That's the nature of the business.
I'll check with my mother-in-law. She would know.
Your mother-in-law is one of the top Twins fans.
Oh yeah. She's been watching. Yeah, she's starting to like you, Glenn. Don't turn on her.
I had to give up.
Don't turn on her. She's starting to like you. She's like, I like
what
that
the hell
Glenn
took her
Perkins.
so long to like Glenn?
I don't know.
She's cautious.
She was a big Bert guy or person. She loved Bert.
Nobody liked Bert.
Everybody liked Bert.
I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding, of course.
Stop.
In the final round of last night's home run derby, one of the highlights was when one of the high school age kids in the outfield robbed a home run from Junior Caminero of the Tampa Bay Rays. The kid got up against the fence, made a nice grab, something the kids are supposedly not out there to do. They are not supposed to do that. It was still ruled an official home run, but it was a cool moment for that kid. I did get aggravated a little bit last night, just for a second. When the kid made that grab, one of the announcers said, well, that's not what he's out there for. Whatever. There isn't anyone on earth that would have turned down that opportunity.
Exactly.
It seemed kind of just a reaction more than anything.
Well, just making a grab. I mean, he's on TV. Why not make that grab? I mean, again, it didn't hurt anything. It still was ruled an official home run. Would any of us have turned down that opportunity?
Absolutely not a chance.
And speaking of the kids in the outfield, with the new format where it's timed, so they're just getting pitch after pitch, and you don't get to see each one land. I miss the days where they would hit the ball, and you would watch it land, and you see 6 kids just collide in the outfield.
Oh, they were still doing that.
I didn't see it as much as I did in the years past, though.
That still happened.
Wasn't there a kid a couple years ago took a line drive to the mug?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you got to pay attention when you're out there shagging flies and whatnot, don't you, Glen Perkins?
Well, it seems to me that it would happen way more often than it does because there's so many kids out there on the field that you'd think that they would be getting hit left and right. But we showed last week on the broadcast, we showed the home run derby at the Metrodome.
Oh, yeah.
A kid robbed Ryan Sandberg of a home run in that one.
Mm-hmm.
And
I was there that afternoon, Glen Perkins.
I feel like that can't happen very often. But I'm with you. Like, if I was out there, and I mean, even if I was an adult, I'm still trying to rob home runs.
Yeah.
Like that. What else are you doing out there other than trying to do exactly what that is?
It's so true.
I was at that home run derby, the original, in 1985, and I did not remember that moment, but that was great when you guys found that video last week and showed the kid.
Yeah, that was the first home run derby.
Yeah. Showed the kid steal a home run away from Ryan Sandberg. And what I enjoyed about the video was watching his teammates out there from like St. Cloud Apollo High School or something, 1985. Yeah. His teammates are laughing their asses off because Ryan Sandberg's at home plate saying, hey, kid, what the hell are you trying to do to me over here?
Right.
That was great.
What was the reaction in the home run derby that first time around when it was brand new? Did people were excited? Was it kind of like, what the hell is this?
It was very exciting. It was so different than what you see today. I don't remember all the specifics, but I mean, the final score was like 7-5 to 4 or something, you know. It wasn't like today.
Yeah, Bruno was...
Those guys weren't winning $1 million if they won either.
No. $1 million. Boy, that's something. By the way, clickbait still rules the internet. I read a headline, a misleading headline that says, back to that high school kid last night, kid in outfield makes unreal catch to rob Junior Caminero at the home run derby. There was nothing unreal. If he was an 85-year-old man, that would have been unreal. This kid was 19, for Christ's sake.
Good athlete, right place, right time. Yeah, it just kind of happened.
So tonight, Glen Perkins, Paul Skeens will start his second straight All-Star game for the National League. Detroit's Tariq Skubal, Randy's love interest over the last 2 baseball seasons. Tariq Skubal will open for the American League 7 o'clock tonight, I think, and...
So
love this game. I love everything about the All-Star game.
So my question, Glenn, do you think Paul Skeens do you think a pitcher with a losing record should start the All-Star game? Is there
Paul Skeens, his record has nothing to do with how well he's pitched.
Right.
And we talked a lot about it over the weekend. It's something like 16 of his last 19 starts, he's given up 1 or no runs, and he's like 1-7 during that. It's not his fault that his teams can't score. We just got to see the Pirates, and for 3 days, they beat the Twins on Sunday, 2-1. There was a 2-1, 2-1 games, and they got blown out. So they scored 4 runs in that 3-game series. in 27 innings of offense.
They do a lot of that.
Yeah, they're an atrocious offensive team. I don't think it really matters how many games he wins the rest of the year. If his second half is the same as his first half, he's going to win the Cy Young, and he should. He's historically great, and he's also absolutely disgusting. Like, his stuff is filthy, and the reaction from some of the guys after the game or in the following days after facing him was pretty fun, because they were, you say one thing in public and you say another thing in private, but he impressed a lot of Twins hitters, and he's really, really, really filthy.
When you say filthy, what do you mean?
It's just like it's the movement, the velocity, the variety of pitches. He throws 7 different pitches. They're all strikes. He can get strikeouts on all of them. He's throwing 100 miles an hour, and he's a massive dude. So he's intimidating on the mound. All of those things. Like it was. I saw Skubal a couple of weeks ago in Detroit, and he's awesome too. But Paul Skeens is a different animal. I think just the size and he comes right at the hitters. It was fun to watch on Friday night, albeit it was only 5 innings, but. It was a sight to see, and one of those guys, you're going to start to see crowds wherever he pitches are going to be bigger than normal.
Yeah,
because he's got that kind of magnetism. He really does.
So you have no problem with Paul Skeens starting tonight? There's a group of baseball fans who are, this guy's got the worst record of any starter in All-Star history. So some folks have a problem with Skeens starting tonight. More people have a problem with that Brewers kid making the All-Star team. They call him the Miz, even though that's wrong. He's a wrestler. Mizorowski of the Brewers. He's only pitched 5. He's only got 5 starts, 25 and 2/3 innings, and he made the All-Star team. More baseball fans have a problem with that. Yeah. What do you think of Mizorowski making the All-Star team, Glen Perkins?
Yeah, I'm a little torn on that, because part of me is like, it's definitely not enough. If you're going to say you have to pitch a certain amount, or you have to be in the game a certain length of time, or make a certain amount of starts or innings or whatever it is, I do feel like 5 starts and 25 innings is a little light. That being said, the All-Star game is supposed to be a showcase for the best players in Major League Baseball, and I've been saying this about Joanne Duran and Griffin Jacks. The numbers maybe aren't there comparable to other guys, but I certainly want to watch those guys throw the ball before some of the other guys that are in the All-Star game. And I know that the Phillies were complaining about their guys, that they have 2 starters that should have been in. Nobody knows who those guys are. And everybody is learning about Jacob Misiorowski. He took a perfect game into the 6th inning against the Twins. He's throwing 102 miles an hour. He's throwing 97-mile-an-hour sliders. If you're going to market the game, it's around guys like that. It's not around a soft-tossing lefty that gets ground outs. Like you want to see things that other people can't do. You want to see guys throw the ball 102 miles an hour. That's what I want to see tonight. I don't want to see Ranger Suarez jamming a hitter and getting like, that's not what it's about. I want to see Joanne Duran out there throwing 103 miles an hour. I want to see the best breaking ball in the game in Griffin Jacks on the mound, striking somebody out, having them swing and miss by 4 feet. Like,
fair enough.
That's what the game is supposed to be about. So I can understand where people are, because like Joe Ryan, it took Joe Ryan 3 years to get into the All-Star game. He's had 3 first halves that are All-Star quality. He finally got in this year. He earned that spot. He's a fun guy to watch. But like Jacob Misiorowski, I get it, man. He's really fun to watch. His stuff is nasty. He's different, and that's entertaining.
What do you think of this idea? What do you think of this idea, Glen Perkins? Back to the home run derby. We mentioned that high school kid who stole a home run last night up against the wall. One listener texted in to say, get the high school kids off the field for the next home run derby. You put all the best outfielders out there, and if they rob a player of a home run, they get $150,000. The guy who wins the home run derby gets $1 million. So one listener texted in and said the best outfielders in baseball should be in the stands. And if they make a grab, they earn some money. So they're shoving children out of the way to make grabs so they can pay the rent.
I'm sure the Twins would be super happy if Byron Buxton was running up against the Warning.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. That was my first thought.
Run for 150.
He's throwing an elbow into the popcorn vendor in the stands to make some more beer money.
This is a man's world.
Mm-hmm. Well, tonight at around 7 o'clock, Scooble and Skeens will get it started. Randy will be wearing sweatpants when Scooble's on the bump, for God's sake. You just love that kid. You love him.
He's awesome.
He's damn good. When I saw him pitch against the Twins a couple weeks ago, my God, yeah, they're...
And you're right, they're 2 totally different pitchers, but they're both just so excellent at what they do. It's just fun to watch.
It'll be a quick couple of innings.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, you hope Joe Ryan gets in there for one. Buxton should be starting tonight's game, but we'll for sure see him as well. It's always a cool experience for me, the All-Star game. Thank you for everything, Glenn.
Thank you, guys. You have a good week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, man, we'll talk to you next week when they're playing games for real. Glen Perkins, brought to you by Xfinity. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. What else is going on? Well, here's your lineups tonight now. Here's your lineup. Batting lineup. National League, Shohei, Ronald Acuna Jr., Ketel Marte, Freddie Freeman, Manny Machado, Will Smith, Kyle Tucker, Francisco Lindor, Pete Crow Armstrong. For the American League, Gleyber Torres, Riley Green, their teammates in Detroit, Aaron Judge. Big Dumper, Vladimir Guerrero, Part 2. Ryan O'Hearn, Junior Caminero, the guy who was taking on the Dumper in the home run derby last night in the final round. Another Detroit Tiger, Javier Baez. And Jacob Wilson wraps up the American League lineup.
So,
who the hell
Nick,
does he play for? Jacob Wilson.
You remember when you watched the All-Star game back in the day?
Yes.
And there would be potentially, I don't know, 5-6 Hall of Fame guys playing in the game.
Sure.
Maybe more.
Yeah.
As you look at this lineup, who's the Hall of Fame guy?
Well, obviously Shohei.
How about Aaron Judge?
Obviously Aaron Judge.
You think
we don't talk about him.
You think Shohei will be a Hall of Fame guy?
Well, I don't think there's any question, is there?
Okay. I'm asking. I don't know.
And I have no numbers in front of me. I'm just taking a friggin' stab here. Shohei, I've got the National League in front of me first, and I'll say Shohei for sure is a Hall of Famer.
Machado, maybe?
Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
Francisco Lindor, maybe?
Maybe.
Okay, well, now I'm on to the American League, and I would say for sure Aaron Judge, and this is just a starting lineup. We don't have any of the reserve. I don't have any of the reserves in front of me.
I think Judge is the only one in the American League.
No on Vlad Part 2?
I don't know if he is or not.
I'll go along with it.
And not deciding on the pitchers, because that's a little bit harder category to figure out. But, yeah. I mean,
good question. Good question.
I can remember watching games in the 70s and 80s, and you'd go Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame. It was amazing.
Well, we were speaking of 1985 and the All-Star game here in town. I was there for the Home Run Derby. I did not attend the game itself. Let me look at the lineups
I'm
that
look
day.
At that right now.
Okay, for the National League, leading off Tony Gwynn.
Yep.
Hall of Famer. Tom Herr was second in the lineup there. Not a Hall of Famer.
Was he crying because he was coming to Minnesota?
Not yet. He was a few years away from shedding tears after being traded to the Twins. Steve Garvey, you tell me, is he a Hall of Famer? I can't remember. I don't
think he is. He's a borderline, probably candidate, but yeah.
Dale Murphy of the Atlanta Braves. I don't think he ended up.
There's a lot of people that think he deserves to be in.
Darryl Strawberry, Greg Nettles, Terry Kennedy, Ozzie Smith, obviously.
Ozzie Smith, yes.
And Lamar Hoyt was pitching for the Padres, the starting pitcher. American League, Ricky Henderson. This is almost all Hall of Famers as I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
American League. Ricky Henderson, Lou Whitaker, George Brett, Eddie Murray, Cal Ripken Jr., Dave Winfield, Jim Rice, Carlton Fisk, and Jack Morris.
Pretty good team there.
All of them.
My God.
This whole squad.
Now, Pete Rose was in that game.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Dave Parker was in that game.
Wow.
Nolan Ryan was in that game.
God dang.
Ryan Sandberg was in that game.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Goose Gossage was in that game. I'm just looking.
That's crazy.
Wade Boggs was
Don
in that
Mattingly.
game. Mattingly.
Paul Molitor. Harold Baines.
Yes. Burt Blyleven.
F me.
Yeah.
We did have it good there for a while.
Wow.
Think about that.
We had it good.
That's like 15 Hall of Fame guys.
Wow.
Crazy.
You didn't even mention Joaquin Andujar. From the St. Louis Cardinals.
Joaquin.
Yes.
Joaquin Andujar.
Can't leave him out.
Used to love to hear that name.
See, Willi Myles, you're what, 6'4", 6'5"?
Yeah. It's a shade under that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday we were talking about a Twins draft pick. Who was 6'6" and plays shortstop. He also happens to be former Twin Delman Young's nephew. 6'6", playing shortstop, and we all agreed that's probably not where he'll remain. If he is good enough to make it at the big leagues, he'll likely be an outfielder. You just don't put a 6'6" guy at shortstop, especially if he's got a good arm, and this kid apparently has a good arm. Along those same lines, the Twins also drafted a kid in the 4th round who checks in. He's a pitcher who checks in at 6'11" tall.
Whoa.
Randy Johnson.
Wow. Like the big eunuch, Randy Johnson.
The Twins have had tall pitchers in their history. Mike Smithson was 6'8".
I remember Mike Smithson. There was
guy. There was another guy that was like 6'9".
Yes, what was his name? Thick sumbitch too.
Yeah, I can't.
Was it Roush? Roush? John? John Roush? John?
I think.
Did he have a tattoo on his neck too?
Yeah. He was tattooed.
Yeah.
John Roush, Jim Roush. What are you laughing at, Janel Klein?
Just you calling him thick.
Oh, he was thick. Yeah.
That's THYCK.
He was a little tick.
Oh, is it now THYCK?
Oh, I thought it was like THICC.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
John Roush, Bobby Roush, Bobby Rousset, something like that. We've had some big guys, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it was John Roush.
Roush.
Yep,
you got it.
So this 6'11" kid, he's a college kid, plays at Oregon or someplace like that. His name is Jason Reitz. Now, not that this matters to anybody, but it says here, if he makes it to the big leagues, he would tie the record for the tallest human to ever play the game of baseball at the major league level.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Wow.
Good for him.
6'11".
Gosh, that is
And
so
he's a
tall.
pitcher.
He's a pitcher.
Wow.
His arm's halfway there.
Right.
He's half. I wouldn't bet against him. I'd be like, no, I'm
By
a
the
pitch
time
runner.
he releases the baseball,
Right.
see Willi Myles,
It's right there.
he's about ready to touch you on the pee-pee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a catapult more than anything.
To steal a term from Josh, the pee-pee or the wiener.
The wiener. Tinkle. The tinkler.
The schmeckle.
The tinkler.
The tinkler.
My wife told me a funny story the other day. Her best friend, growing up, her best friend's mother, when they were little girls, and they would, be heading off to the shower or the bath, my wife's best friend's mother would say, "Make sure you wash your peach."
Oh, my God.
Wash your peach now.
Oh, no.
My mom called it the popo.
Make sure you wash up your popo.
Yeah. It was really, really confusing when I first heard somebody refer to the police as that.
Yeah, that would be confusing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, they're the what?
So you're at a house party, someone says, "Here comes the popo," and you say, "Wait a minute, what?"
We got strippers?
Seriously.
I don't know.
Question.
Yes, Josh.
The peach emoji, is that not meaning butt?
That's butt.
Yes.
Okay. All right, good. I thought I got confused for a second all these years.
You're like, oh, no, what have I sent?
I might owe some apologies to folks.
I've been sending the wrong emoji.
I guess the slang has changed since the mid 1970s. How tall is Bailey Ober? 6'6"?
6'8"?
6'8"?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty tall.
Is he 6'8"?
I don't know. We're going to have to look him up.
6'9".
6'9", yeah.
F me running. One of baseball's rarest feats, of course, is, oh, Christ, we should have brought this up to Glenn. One of baseball's rarest feats, of course, is the perfect game. It's only occurred 25 times in the history of the major leagues.
Wow.
Yeah.
No team in the major leagues has ever thrown more than one in a season. In the minor leagues, okay, there's never been a perfect game in the minor leagues.
Never, ever? Wow. What?
Until this month. The Greensboro Grasshoppers. Did they make you an offer out of high school, C. Willi Myles?
Absolutely not.
No? Mm-hmm. The Greensboro Grasshoppers, who are a high A affiliate of the Pittsburgh Pirates, pitched 2 perfect games in a row.
Wow.
Or pardon me, maybe it wasn't in a row. No. 2 perfect games within 9 days of each other on Independence Day. This was a combined perfect game with 4 or 5 pitchers. So that was on Independence Day. And then last Sunday, they did it again.
Does that really count, though?
I don't know. I don't know if I count that.
Come on.
But do they not count combined no-hitters in Major League Baseball?
Oh, they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But usually the starter goes 7 or 8, right? I mean, I don't know.
Hey, it is what it is.
Is the minor league game 7 innings? Because sometimes they're only 7 innings.
Good question. Good question. I didn't consider that. Then I'm not counting it if it's 7 innings. I'm not.
Well, they're counting it.
Well, they shouldn't count it. It's not a freaking ball game. You play 9 innings.
Oh, they look so happy in all the pictures.
Yeah, erase all those pictures. They have nothing to be happy about.
Take those photos.
They should be ashamed of themselves.
They should.
They're
be.
9-inning games.
Okay, then I'm counting it. And it was no easy task. In the first game, the Greensboro Grasshoppers shut out the Aberdeen Ironbirds. And in the second game, they completely shut down the Bowling Green Hot Rods.
Hello.
There's some tough outs in that lineup.
Dude.
Right. I'm just saying.
That's what they did.
Hey, the minor leagues ain't easy, man. It's hard.
You're right about that, C. Willi Myles. Here's something, and this happens from tam to tam, where there's a story I want to get to, and then this happens and that happens, and we don't get around to, but now we have some time. John Elway. What a horrible thing. He will not be facing charges related to the death of a longtime friend of his, longtime business partner, and actually a former agent, a feller by the name of Jeff Spurbeck. John Elway will not be facing charges in that man's death. The Spurbeck guy died in April when he fell off a golf cart being driven by John Elway.
It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, how?
Well, he fell off. He was standing.
It's happened a few times, it seems.
Yeah.
Oh, I know a guy who damn near died on a golf cart. I can tell you about
My
that.
neighbor.
I guess. Sorry, go ahead, Josh.
I was going to say my neighbor almost died on a golf cart. I think he was in Arizona, and he had to spend 4 months there in the hospital. Couldn't even come home.
Oh, wow. I was just going to mention the time I crashed a golf course into a tee box sign, and I flew out the passenger side, and I think I got my first concussion when I did that. But that is so much worse than a concussion.
Has everyone on the panel fell out of a golf cart?
Yes. I've never fell out of a golf cart. Never.
Oh, God, I came out of 3-4 of them.
I don't. I've seen a lot. I golf a lot. I've golfed all around the country. I've seen some people do some wild stuff on golf carts.
Yeah.
And it doesn't surprise me.
I like to cut loose when I'm in a golf cart. I do.
I know a guy who almost drowned.
We all know. We know. There's photos and everything.
I mean, that's a little bit. I mean, you want to talk about crazy,
right? And you weren't even being crazy though.
He killed a
No,
camera.
not at all.
Yeah, that's the thing is sometimes
no, Josh,
if you're...
we saved the camera.
Oh, you did?
That's right. The camera was up.
We almost died, but the
Right.
camera was fine.
Didn't you say it was outrageous how much that thing was worth?
Oh, it
too?
was like $120,000.
Oh, wow.
If your boss at KARE got to decide between you drowning or saving the camera, what do you think they'd go with?
You're dead. He's dead. Give me that camera. Throw the camera. I'm holding on to Shaver. Let him go.
It's for the best.
Let him go.
I know.
Be honest with us, Randy. If you would have died that day,
what kind of question is that?
if you would have,
Crazy. That's how I would have been remembered.
if you would have drowned
Yes.
after driving a golf cart into a pond, you would have understood how funny that is, right?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, good.
It wouldn't have been funny at the time.
No.
but no.
There'll be some funny speeches every year at the Randy Shaver Memorial Golf Tournament.
I can understand why you'd put a sign up at that pond and say, "This is where the dip S fell."
Right. I slow down every time I drive by. I was just playing out there.
I know, see, Willie, I get the creeps, man. I
What
go
was
very
the-
slow past that pond.
What was the song again? Paws up, feet up.
Toes up, belly up, something
Paddle
like
in the
that. I was just singing that the other
After
day.
Randy almost died drowning in a pond, we had a lady call in from the Minnesota Swim Safety Association or something.
Oh, yeah.
And she sang us a song that they sing to children in swim classes.
Right.
I think
teaching
it's
them-
chin up, belly up, toes in the water.
There you go.
Chin up, tummy up, on your back, on your back, on your back. Chin up, tummy up, on your back, toes in the water.
The best part is we had no idea that she was going to sing that song.
Oh my God.
And it teaches the children, if they're ever in a terrible situation, they chin up, belly up, toes in the water.
That works great if unless you're on a cart and you're already 60 years old.
Yeah.
You don't think of a song. You think, give me high.
I don't know how the hell you got out of there. But back to this Elway deal. It was, from what I understand, this was a freak accident. Elway's buddy Jeff Spurbeck was standing on the back of the golf cart, right? And Elway hit the gas.
Yeah.
And dude came off, hit his head, and that was it. That was the end of it.
Sped off.
Checked out. It's been documented now as an accidental death, a tragic accident.
Sometimes I'm convinced that my husband is trying to kill me when we're golfing because he'll start to... Have you ever had this happen, see, Willie or Randy, where you go to get in the golf cart with somebody and they take off before you're all the way in there?
Yeah, sure.
God, I'm like, come on, just give me an extra half a second.
No.
A guy actually, sadly, he's no longer with us. He almost died 30 years ago or so on a golf cart, horsing around, drunk off his ass, and he crashed that sumbitch so bad his leg almost came off.
Right.
And he almost bled to death right there on the golf course. They had to sew him up, and he was in the hospital. It was a couple days before his wedding. They had to cancel the wedding.
No way.
Wow.
But last year, a friend of mine damn near died on a golf course, and it was just horrifying. Sudden, massive heart attack. He just tips backwards. 5, 6, 7, 8 guys standing around. He tips backward, lands on his back. Everyone thought he was horsing around, and they suddenly realized he ain't breathing.
Right.
Wow. Luckily, in the distance, everyone's shouting, help, help, help. In the distance was a real doctor.
Right.
This guy comes over, pumps him back up, gets him breathing again. They take my buddy to the hospital. He dies again.
Oh, my gosh.
They shocked the balls off of him with the shocking machine. He's back. They fitted him with a pacemaker, and now he's good to go. But that was just last summer.
Wow.
I probably wouldn't invite him to go golfing anymore. I'd be too nervous.
Just holding his hand the entire. Are you all right?
Yeah. Are you good?
How do you feel now?
Yeah.
I brought this blood pressure cuff.
It's not good.
I bought this blood pressure cuff. I'm going to need you to wear this.
Yeah.
Let's make sure we have a nurse in our foursome. Which applies to, I guess, a lot of different situations.
Does it have to be a foursome?
Right. You don't need to have to went to school or nothing. Just wear the uniform.
I don't care if you don't have a degree.
Oh, no.
You guys are gross.
Started on that side.
Oh, man.
Worked its way around the horn.
That's not right. Oh. Well, I don't know. I didn't give two pumps about this, but maybe the rest of you care. Teddy Bridgewater, who used to play quarterback here for the Vikings, he's been suspended by his high school alma mater.
He's not even an employee.
This is so weird.
It is weird.
Stupid.
I don't get it.
I mean, I understand the rule in giving favors. I mean, I get that part. He's just trying to help the kids that he coaches.
Exactly.
But he's not an employee of the school, so they can't really. I mean, I read a quote from him that just said, I could go coach anywhere else if I want to. It doesn't mean anything because you suspended me. But he doesn't want to leave. He wants to stay at that school. That's his high school.
Let me explain the story. Teddy used to play high school football in Miami, Ohio, at a school called Northwestern. Then he goes and plays some pro football. Now he's back coaching his alma mater, the high school football team at Northwestern. They won a state championship last year in Teddy's first year of coaching, but now he's just been suspended for giving his players some money. So I suppose that sucks. I don't know.
Well, wasn't it a thing for rides to practice? They could afford Ubers, and he was very open about it, I believe, too.
Yeah. It was like uniforms and stuff.
Yeah, it was stuff
just
like
trying
that.
to help his team.
Painted the field. Got the field painted.
Paid for it.
It's like it's.
But
let's punish the guy for being a good person.
And he wasn't hiding anything.
He bought him some meals. He gave him some rides, this and that. I don't know.
And you got their teachers at the same school that are out there raising money on Amazon. They're putting gifts, like what they need for their classes.
It seems a little weird.
It sucks when the school doesn't have money to fund kids to go to school, and there's school supplies, and you're going to fire a guy for...
Yeah, I don't know. I always knew he was crooked. I always knew there was something shady about Teddy Bridgewater.
Find a nicer guy. Teddy Bridgewater was a really super nice guy. I knew he was a crook.
Chin up, tummy up, on your back, on your back, on your back. Chin up, tummy up, on your back, toes in the water.
No auto-tune. She nailed that thing.
Are you a good swimmer, Janelle?
Fair.
Yeah.
Not great. But I think I had to take swimming lessons and do the whole thing.
Yeah, you won't drown if we put you in a lake.
God, no.
Oof.
No, but I would never try to swim competitively or anything like that.
Oh, God, people will die from that.
Hey, Janelle, did your dad build you a pool?
I had a lap pool in my backyard.
You never used?
But I just sat in the hot tub.
When he was the high school swim coach?
Yeah. We give Janelle grief because her dad bought a house with a basketball court, a full basketball court in the backyard. She never picked up a ball once.
And you said he was the high school basketball coach.
High school girls
And he was a coach.
Well, wait a minute. Did he build it for you, or did he buy the house with the...
No, they bought the house with the full basketball
It came
court.
with a court.
Yeah.
Because of you?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, because my sister and I were both 5'10". I think he had high hopes.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
I would too.
You never once put on a pair of tennis shoes and went out and...
We have pictures. It's pretty funny. My sister and I riding our bikes and making chalk drawings on it.
Just laying out on the court.
Laying on it, trying to get a tan on the basketball court. Yeah.
Your dad bought that house thinking, man, I'm only got to do this for a few more years and they're going to take care of me.
Yeah.
Nope.
He stared out that window every day waiting for you and your sister to just dribble the ball for 10 minutes.
I got a couple of number 1 draft picks here.
Looking out the window with a single tear rolling down his eyes. The court is covered in leaves and debris.
The basketball is deflated. It's got no air in it.
No.
They don't use it.
Every mortgage payment stung a little bit more for your dad than anybody else in Fairbanks.
Melvin the Mop Boy Jesus has texted in the show to say, we've dumped over $1,000 into swim classes for my daughter, and she still sinks like a rock tied to an anchor.
Hey, everybody can't float, man.
She sucks at swimming, he says.
Oh, man.
I can't. I cannot.
She sucks.
You're not a swimmer?
I can't even float.
Well, I'll save you.
Mm.
I'll save you, see Willi Myles.
I don't believe you.
He might be in trouble. He's mentioned
Let him go.
He's not a strong swimmer.
I'm not, but I wouldn't let see Willi go.
Right.
There's a couple of you I might ignore, but
right. I appreciate that, man.
Speaking of ladies basketball, Chicago Sky forward Angel Reese recorded her 9th consecutive double-double last night against the Minnesota Lynx. By comparison, Caitlin Clark didn't record a single point or rebound in that ballgame.
I don't even want to hear it anymore.
Hey, the truth can't be controversial.
Right.
Facts are facts.
I'm telling you the friggin' truth.
Yeah.
Right.
Caitlin Clark had no points, no rebounds, no assists, no nothing in that game. Angel Reese went out and had a double-double. So,
debate over?
Yeah, debate is
over.
Been squashed.
End it.
Do you guys watch that Dave Letterman interview show ever? I think it's on Netflix.
I've seen it a couple times.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yes.
So I kind of forgot he did it. And, I don't watch a ton of stuff, but I came across his interview with Caitlin Clark, which is, I think, fairly new. And I have to say, I think she's so impressive at just the way she handles the fame. I really do. For
I saw
being
some
that
clips.
age,
She seemed pretty funny.
yeah, funny, down to earth. She just, I don't know, she handles it really, really well.
You know, Janelle, she's an Iowa girl.
You're right. Okay, Randy. That's it.
They're humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they humble. Well, that's good to hear. I don't know much about her. She and Letterman, I bet, had a good time.
Yeah, it was funny.
You can't really have a bad interview with Letterman unless you don't like him. And there's been some people that interviewed with him that don't like him. And he doesn't care if you don't like him.
No. I watched his show from the get-go.
Yeah.
I can pinpoint a couple of interviews that didn't go well. Crispin Glover.
Hello.
I'll say this again. It didn't appear that David Letterman wanted anything to do with Borat. When Borat stopped by. But that was Dave's problem because Borat rules.
Yeah, come on. I love Borat.
Yeah, come on. But anyhow. All right, Randy Shaver, there you go.
All right.
Don't go risking your life on the golf course today.
Oh, I won't.
Take it
Not
easy.
today.
More with C. Willi Myles and Janel Klein when we come back on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Hey, podcast pals. It's Dana from the Half-Assed Morning Show. As always, we appreciate you checking on the podcast, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The July heat means it's officially swass and crotch soup season. Gross! It also means our AC units are being put to the test. I recently went through an issue myself, and I was so happy to have my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning in my corner. They gave me real options, didn't make me feel like a dummy for not knowing a single thing about HVAC systems, and let me choose what worked best for my home and my budget. No pressure, just comfort my way. Enjoy the show, thanks for listening, and stay cool this summer with Standard.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because you're not playing me.
With rapid-fire takes.
And a lot to get to, and I'm not sure you're going to like all of it. Honestly, I don't even care if you like all of it or not. I have a job to do.
Scorching debates.
On any given week, you have lots to beef about. Take advantage of it. Get up in here.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
It's not my fault. We will get to all of that.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
Get up in here, and we'll beef later on. What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
You've been warned.
And now, KARE 11's Janel Klein, sponsored by Luther Bloomington Kia.
Oh, absolutely wonderful. It's all the way up to 8:33 already here on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. We're back. And thank you so damn much for listening. Our close friends, C. Willi Myles and Janel Klein, are sitting right here in studio with us. We haven't seen either one of you in a while. Have you been up to anything fun? Have you been up to anything not so fun?
Well, you're fresh back in town, are you not, C. Willie?
Yeah. Yes. I was out on the West Coast, out in Cali, where my wife, my ride or die, as I call her, we were out there for over the, what was it, 4th of July?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we call it Independence Day. Right. Yes, see, Willie. It's a big thing around here.
It is.
You couldn't remember the holiday?
I couldn't even remember the holiday. I was just so glad to have that. We were just the downtime, man. My wife and I, we're not, we don't celebrate a lot of things. We celebrate each other. That's what we do.
Will you stop it?
I love a white guy.
She might be listening.
Yeah, you're in so much trouble about something. There's something going on.
My God. What about you, Janel Klein? Anything?
Well, I went to a Twins game, which I hadn't been in a while again. It was kind of fun.
Was it 104 degrees out?
Hot.
Yeah.
It was hot. You got to have a beer or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I went to my first, I wouldn't say first supper club at all, but Wisconsin Supper Club.
Sure.
With a group of friends, which was super fun.
They never shut up about supper clubs over there.
No, it's the thing. And so everybody wanted to go. And yeah, I can see why people like it. It's cool.
Sure.
I went to a few. They're pretty mid.
Yeah.
Mid.
I was like, dang, you guys should check out Manny's Steakhouse. What is this?
Wow. As soon as a Wisconsin person comes over the border this way, the first thing they do is claim our hockey team as their own.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Which pisses me off. They hate the Vikings. Yeah. They hate but they come over here and claim the Wild as their hockey team. And I've been trying to put a stop to that since the Wild became a. The second thing they do is tell us all how there's not enough supper clubs over. You need supper clubs. We have supper clubs. You don't have. Get over it.
The damn popovers. They won't shut up about the popovers.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Don't get me wrong. I like a supper club, but enough is enough. Really? It doesn't have to be part of your conversation every time.
You didn't get a popover at a supper club,
They didn't have a popover.
Oh. That's rare.
I know. It is weird. Now that you say that.
They got good supper clubs around here. Crooners is like an awesome supper club.
There's not enough, though, for the Wisconsin people. They want every corner.
They want every time they walk in a place, they want it to be a supper club.
We got a great one in Egan called Jensen's. That place.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that place is great.
Jensen is awesome.
There you go. Exactly.
We have classy ones. Just so if you Wisconsin people.
Yeah, you got to wear shoes to ours.
So you're saying quality over quantity.
Right. No tank tops and Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Hoochie Daddy.
Hoochie Daddy shorts. Those are the ones that are thigh high.
Those are the ones that I
crawl up your thighs. The guys back when the McEnroe them wore them at the tennis.
I
in
see.
The day.
Yeah, and your nuts will fall out.
Yeah.
Like it though. Yes. Okay. All right. We're gonna
Your
ask.
sack is showing.
We're gonna ask Janel and C. Willie for their help. Here. I don't know. Am I saying this? I think kind of help to be our moral compass this morning. I think that's the right way to say that, our moral compass. I've got a series of questions for you can play with here. Google posted the top 5. I guess this is a thing. I haven't heard of it. Google posted the top 5 is it rude questions that we have been Googling. Has anyone jumped on Google anytime lately and asked Google if it's rude to do this or say this or do that?
I've never once Googled that.
Okay.
No.
Okay. No. Well, it's enough of a thing to where Google created a top 5. Google posted the top 5 is it rude questions. Okay. And here they are. Is it rude to refuse a gift?
Yeah.
Kind of a touchy situation.
It really depends.
It depends.
There's
I think
so many
it depends.
factors there.
Yeah. Is it rude to refuse a gift?
I think so. I don't think you shouldn't refuse a gift.
Okay,
a gift
why?
is someone's giving you something, unless it's crack.
Oh my God! Then you should
you refuse that
because crack is illegal. It can become addictive.
Right.
All of your teeth fall out. You overdose it. He's making good sense.
Well, no, I'm saying there's some things that you can't accept everything. But I mean, a gift like if someone gave you some flowers or You know, I think I need more content. Like, who's giving? Who's
What
context?
if it's far too expensive?
Yes, see
that's the first thing I thought.
That's why Josh said it depends. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If it's far too expensive, it's way.
Well, it depends on what it is. If somebody's handing me a Lambo, I'm not turning it down.
But you will turn down crack.
Well, crack for sure.
Josh?
What if the Lambo is contingent on you accepting the crack? Do you make an exception? You still turn it down?
Nothing to do with He wants nothing to do with crack.
You don't have to use the crack.
You turn around and you sell it for gas money for the Lambo.
You sell it to a kid.
Oh, that's federal. You can't sell crack. Now you go into prison. You won't even get to drive the car. Your luck is you'll sell it to a Fed.
That kid's not going to tell anyone if you sell him some crack. He'll keep it a secret. Josh, I have considered, I've even maybe tried once or twice to turn down some of the gifts that you've given me because you're far too generous a giver. That's, I think, where this gets fuzzy, whether it's rude or not to refuse a gift.
It's my love language.
I know that. I hope you've never perceived me to be rude.
I don't remember you ever wanting to turn one down, though. Maybe I just ignored that.
Well, I mean, I think I said something like, this is too much, or you shouldn't have gone this far. Maybe I didn't go all the way to saying I can't accept this, but I've come pretty close. So that's what we're talking. That's why there's some gray area there. Sometimes I feel bad.
Right.
Someone gives me a gift, and I think to myself, I never would have thought of this. I never would have made this effort.
Yeah. Can I tell you a quick story?
I would love to hear
because I travel a lot, and I talk about all my shows are about just observational humor.
Yeah.
And I talk about myself a lot. Things I like, I don't like. I have people that I get gifts a lot at my shows. And this one couple brings me instant grits because they know I love grits.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I come back my wife goes back to my dressing room and she sees this big box of cheesy grits. The instant grits, like in the package.
Yeah.
And she said, where did you get those from? And I just said, this is a couple.
Yeah.
When I go to Central Minnesota, they come to all my shows, and they always walk up and give me a box of grits. I have another lady that I love carrot cake. Every time I come to St. Cloud, she makes me a carrot cake.
Dang.
And you know what I mean? So, like, when I say you don't turn down, I can't eat a whole cake by myself.
Right.
And I don't travel with a posse.
But it's a nice gesture.
It's a nice gesture,
Sure.
and you accept it, and I appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So that's the only reason I said it the way I said it.
I understand. There's different directions you can go. Janel Klein.
Yes.
Has a man ever given you a gift that you couldn't accept because it was just too much?
Or maybe you worry about expectations. That's something else. You might want to turn something down.
I'm just always uncomfortable when depending on the situation, but especially if someone doesn't know you that well, like that kind of stuff that Willie's talking about, I don't like that. It makes me feel like I need to reciprocate and I don't know these people.
Yeah.
I just get really weird about
It's a
that.
touchy situation.
Here, Janelle, here's some lingerie I bought for you.
Like on a second date or something, has a guy gone?
Happy Arbor Day.
Ashley, did a guy ever buy you something where you went, wait a minute, dude, we're not at this point yet?
No, I love gifts.
Oh.
No, we're at this point.
Yeah, not once.
All right,
Thank you very much.
I love it.
The next on this list that Google put together of the top 5 is it rude questions that we've been Googling. Apparently we've been doing this. None of us, but there are people who are doing this. Googling, is it rude, this and that. Is it rude to wear sunglasses indoors? Well, it's not rude, but it's douchey.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I was just having this conversation with somebody, and it started with me talking about how guys don't remove their hats at the dinner table anymore. And I think that's rude. I think that it's I love those old manners like that. Remove your hat. It's respectful. And
what about at a restaurant?
Yeah, I think you should remove your hat. I guess it depends. Are you at
what are we at? Olson's Mercantile or something, for God's sake?
Yeah, it matters what kind of restaurant you're at.
Well, I guess I'm picturing fast food. That's all I really go.
What about a supper club in Wisconsin?
Yeah, supper club. Sure, I understand.
Take your hat off.
Yeah.
Is it rude to wear sunglasses indoors? I would say rude isn't the word. It's just obnoxious and douchey.
Yeah,
right.
Unless you're blind, it's kind of douchey.
Yeah.
One exception might be a funeral.
A funeral? Because you're crying?
Yeah, I've seen people wear sunglasses at funerals.
Oh, okay. Maybe I have as well, and I just don't remember.
Outside or inside?
Inside.
Oh.
Well, I remember the very first home game for the Minnesota Wild. Big Al and I were in a suite, and when they were going through all the pomp and circumstance of hockey being back in Minnesota, it also coincided with the recent death of a friend who would have loved to have been there. So Big Al and I both kept our sunglasses on throughout the entire intro. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, sure.
I said, I won't look at you if you won't look at me.
We had a work-related movie premiere. Shoot, this is 15 or so years ago. And one of our coworkers wore sunglasses in the movie just to kind of look cool. That was his thing. There was no eye condition. They weren't prescription, nothing like that.
And it wasn't like a 3D movie?
Yeah. No. These were sunglasses just to look cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in an industry where it's like people do it. They wear them indoors,
Oh, I bet.
outdoors, in the
comics do
shade, at night.
Comics do it.
Oh, yeah.
Is it part of their image, or are they...
No,
is
just
it
trying to
nerves?
be cool.
Nerves, or trying to be cool?
Yeah. A lot of them are being cool. Some of them aren't very good making eye contact with people.
Sure.
So you talking to them, and you don't know if they're looking at you or not because they have that weirdness about them.
I just assume they're high. Literally every single time.
Sometimes if you're wearing sunglasses indoors, it means because you're high.
And sometimes you're wearing sunglasses indoors and you don't even know you have on sunglasses. You're so high.
Well, I put mine on isn't how a grown person, unless you're in Germany, that's not. I put mine on when I begin my walk out the door.
Right. Me too.
Because I'll soon be, and I do not.
That's out of excitement, though.
Yeah. I don't. I'm never outside without sunglasses on. I don't know how Josh lives a sunglasses-free life. I can't imagine how you do it.
I have a pair now. Our boss.
What?
Our boss gave me a pair. I wore them once.
How many outdoor events have we been to together where the sun is just beating us to death, and Josh, no pair of sunglasses?
Like the boat cruise, you didn't wear sunglasses.
He never wears sunglasses for any reason.
You don't?
I don't know how you do it. I would go crazy.
You've got strong eyes.
Wow.
Who said that? Where are you?
And now, KARE 11's Janel Klein, sponsored by Luther Bloomington Kia.
All right. What do our guests, Willi Myles and Janel Klein, know about being rude? They're two of the nicest people you'd ever want to meet, but that's the conversation we're having here. Google went ahead and posted the top 5 Is It Rude questions that people have searched online, I guess. This is a common thing. We covered, is it rude to refuse a gift? One guy texted in and said, I'll tell you what's rude. He said, when your girlfriend tells you, don't get me any gifts, and then you don't, and she's pissed.
Well, you should have figured it out after the first time, though.
You got to read the room there, boss.
So we're supposed to do the opposite?
Opposite.
The opposite. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it rude to wear sunglasses indoors? Yeah, that makes you a douchebag. I don't know if it makes you rude. All right, here's a tough one. Ashley, maybe you're the one to comment on this because you have recent experience. Is it rude to invite someone to a bridal shower and not the wedding?
Yes, 100%. That is so weird. That is so odd.
Not going to hurt my feelings, but so if they showed up for your bridal shower, that means they've spent a few bucks on you.
Yes.
But then they're not invited to the wedding. You're going to call that rude.
Yeah, that's just really weird. Because
Cubby calls that a lucky break. Is what he calls it.
They're good enough to celebrate you in a smaller setting, but not at your wedding, where like you barely will even have to see them. Really, you're so wrapped up in everything else.
I'm comfortable in what's the word I'm looking for? I'm comfortable introducing you to a small crowd, but not everybody that I know.
Can't have you meeting grandma.
I don't want to pay for your chicken or fish when you're sitting here at the wedding reception.
I felt awkward when I was getting married the first time. I felt awkward inviting people to my bridal shower, like friends that weren't in the bridal party. And people told me that it was completely normal, get over it, and I did because I've realized that it's normal. But I felt bad, like, hey, you weren't good enough to stand up there with me, but do you want to come to this thing?
I don't know the rules on this. Do you know the rules on this, Janelle?
I have no idea.
No?
But I would not be offended at any of that.
No. Is it rude? Well, this is an easy one. These are Google searches on the topic of what's rude and what's not. This is an easy one. Is it rude to stare at someone? Well, absolutely. And it kind of goes on a side tangent here. This article, it mentions that young people these days, because of texting and social media, young people are so bad at small talk that they just stare at you.
Yeah, some do make it weird.
I guess I haven't really experienced that, but I will say, like a couple of months ago, when I was still playing pool, I was at a bar with my pool league, and there was this guy playing Golden Tee, and every time I'd look up, he was staring at me, and I wanted to go over there and just punch him in his face. And every time he was looking at me, he looked angry. I couldn't understand what was happening.
Oh, man.
No, I get what you're saying, though. I was just, not too long ago, I was out in Virginia for my niece's daughter. That's my grandniece, right?
Yeah. Your grandniece.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was for her graduation. And same thing. I mean, you stand there, I'm talking to her, just trying to be a good uncle, right? And she was not looking at me. And I said, hey, eyes up, here, look at me. And she, sweet girls, very smart, but you're right. They text each other so much. They don't make good eye contact. She made it weird. I was like, I say, Riri, you got to look at me when I'm talking to you.
I can relate. See, Willi Myles, a couple years ago, I was at a high school graduation party, and there was 5 or 6 teenage kids there, classmates. Right. Not a big crowd, but anyway, there were 5 or 6 kids there, and I noticed that I could not understand a word they were saying. They mumbled to each other and spoke so quickly. So I went over to a group of grown people, and I said, is it me? Or are these young people? I can't understand. I can't make out a word they're saying. They're mumbling. They're speaking so quietly and mumbling. And someone, one of the parents said, they don't have any idea how to communicate with each other anymore. Because all they do is text and Facebook each other.
Yeah, being locked down for a couple of years probably did not help that situation.
They said the young kids, they just don't even know how to. Okay, our last question. Is it rude to go into a restaurant an hour before close?
An hour? No.
Hour's just fine.
Okay.
If it's 6 minutes before they're about to shut the doors down, they've already kind of cleaned up the kitchen, then yeah, I think you have a point there.
I'd say even 30 minutes.
Wow.
You guys both, well, wait a minute. You worked at a restaurant, Ashley. Dana, did you?
I've never worked in the food industry, no.
No. I don't. That's an hour, I like to believe.
I worked in a few restaurants. An hour seems fine.
Yeah, an hour is enough time.
I like to believe they still have some waffle fries back there.
Yeah, you can't be wrapping up an hour before it closes.
You can brush some waffle fries onto a plate for me at that point.
You only need half the grill.
Yeah, I hear you. Listeners are texting in saying the Gen Z kids all stare.
Yeah, the Gen Z stare.
I've never
that's a real thing?
Yeah.
Oh, you've heard of it before.
Yeah, there's been a few articles on it in the last week. The Gen Z.
Yeah, I just sent you information on that yesterday.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yep, you sent one too.
Oh! So you've been stared at before, Josh, by the young people.
Yep.
No, I haven't experienced that.
Oh.
I haven't. I mean, one of the things they mentioned, and Ashley, I don't know if it was in the article you sent, was customer service. And I think that's just more, there's not as good customer service. I don't know if that's they don't know how to communicate. It seems like people just don't want to versus not knowing
They could
how
be
to.
staring at you, Josh, and they're wondering, why doesn't this guy have sunglasses?
I'm indoors.
He's looking directly into the sun.
Some Gen Zers have argued that they just don't care about the person that they're talking to, and they're not going to pretend that they do.
That's my impression.
Or that they're just asking stupid questions, and it's like, yeah, all right, old dude.
Don't care is their answer, huh?
But I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you guys are the same way. I was raised to respectfully engage in small talk conversation.
It was weird because we ate at the club the other night. I'm not going to call the kid's name, but he did. He bought us some our hors d'oeuvres, and he just kind of was looking at my wife and I. And we both was like, dude, I'm like. And when he walked away, I looked at my wife. I go, did he just make that weird? What she goes, I didn't know what to think. He was nice. He goes, clam chowder. And he handed it to me. He just stood there like I was supposed to say something to him afterwards. Like I said, thank you.
Yeah.
Good day, sir.
Did he just make this weird?
Good day, sir.
And transaction concluded.
He just stood there for a while, like, waiting for you to eat it and see if you like it or whatever. It looks yummy. and he was a nice kid, but creepy.
I guess I haven't noticed the staring from the younger.
Oh, yeah.
What I have noticed from one younger person that I know is now that they've hit a certain age, and this is nothing new, whatever comes out of my mouth, in their opinion, is the stupidest thing they've ever heard in their entire life.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, everything, not just me, but any adult,
Right.
everything we say, they roll their eyes. They can't believe that they have to sit through this stupid, it's just the stupidest thing they've ever heard, everything we say. But I suppose we all hit that spot at that point at one point or another.
It's around like 16 years old, yeah. He couldn't tell me nothing.
Oh, man. Janel Klein and Willi Myles, thanks very much.
Thanks, you guys.
Yep.
We always appreciate you hanging out with us, and we'll see you by damn real soon, I hope.
Hey, podcast pals. It's Dana from the Half-Ass Morning Show. As always, we appreciate you checking on the podcast, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The July heat means it's officially swass and crotch soup season. Gross! It also means our AC units are being put to the test. I recently went through an issue myself, and I was so happy to have my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning in my corner. They gave me real options, didn't make me feel like a dummy for not knowing a single thing about HVAC systems, and let me choose what worked best for my home and my budget. No pressure, just comfort my way. Enjoy the show, thanks for listening, and stay cool this summer with Standard.